everybody. Welcome to the Georgia Watch Along Show. My name is Radi Nabulsi. I'm joined by College Football Hall of Fame head coach Jim Donnan. He's got his coaching outfit on. He's ready to kind of guide us through the game plan and let us know what's going on in depth. We've got Dayne Young behind me. This is a second screen thing. This is year 7, Coach.
Really?
Year 7. Yeah, it started 2019, didn't we, Dayne?
2019, unfortunately, it was a loss the first time we did this.
So 2019. So this is the 7th year we're doing this. We did it long before the Mannings ever started it. They need to pay us some residuals, or at least a little 10% kick in there. And basically, what we want you to do is to have us on your laptop, have us on your phone, your tablet, and then you can watch the game on the big screen. There's 5 minutes and 4 seconds to Georgia kicks off with Marshall. Coach, first game of the season. It's a lot of new faces out there. I wrote a 3-2-1 column talking about all these new guys, just young people. Kirby keeps talking about how young they are, but I think it's a pretty talented team. So I want to kind of get your thoughts on game 1.
Well, first of all, I'm happy to be with you. About a month ago, I was just happy to do anything. So appreciate all the fans out there and friends and family and you two especially, and my family, all the care they've given me and gone through some tough times, but really appreciate life itself. You never know about it till you get close to being in a tough situation. But fortunately, I've been able to recover, and people are going to have to, fans understand I can't react very good to the light right now. It's very sensitive to my eyes. But anyhow, I got my faculties with me, so I'll be able to talk. I've been able to watch them practice a couple of times, and I'm really encouraged by the makeup of this team. And every year you have guys that are leaving and coming, but now with the NIL and the transfer portal, you really don't know what you have until fall camp starts. And fortunately, they were able to practice some over the summer. But what I mean, makeup wise, I think the supplemental parts to the puzzle that we were missing, particularly in the passing game, are going to complement our team. And defensively, I really feel, even though we lost some, really good players to the NFL, and that's something you want to give credit to Kirby. I mean, you just look at all those guys drafted, and guys like Chaz Chambliss and Urasek and all those guys who were auxiliary players for us and really good players, but they made 53-man rosters, and 3 of our offensive linemen are starting in the pros. And that's the paradox about last year, Roddy, the fact that we never had our O-line together the whole year, and they just didn't mesh, and we dropped passes. But the whole deal now is not to talk about last year. Everything's ahead of us. We're going against my old team, Marshall, which
it's the Jim Donnan Bowl.
Kind of makes me a little bit, apprehensive, because I certainly pull for Marshall. And what a great night last night. A couple of my players came by. Aaron Ferguson and Jamie Wilson. We told a lot of good stories. And then today, I was fortunate enough for these guys to set up a FaceTime at the tailgate that they had, and 4 players that are just were just monumental in our program. His nickname's Grass. Roger Johnson and Glenn Pedro and Jamie Wilson and Aaron Ferguson and Danny White. Talked to all of those guys, so I want to give a shout out to them. And anybody that's listening up in West Virginia, I know my secretary, Edna Justice, and her daughter and family always listen. But, Marshall's got a new situation here, and everybody thinks we're just supposed to drive them because of the way the thing's set up. But they got 72 new players. I mean, we don't have a lot of tape on them. I mean, they could come out in something we're not really ready for. We'll have to adjust, but that's the grand opening there. But I really feel good about our team. And if we had the Pointer Sisters to play, I would have those Pointer Sisters playing. I'm so excited.
Very excited about this, the new faces out there, the young guys. Coach, this is kind of my take on the season. And then you need to cut this. And if it turns out that I'm right at the end of the year, I want credit for it. If not, delete this.
You pay me, I'll say whatever you want.
Coach, I kind of feel like this is the start of something big. All the guys that are left over from that 2021, 22, the 2 championship years, a lot of those guys are off to the NFL. When you see Tate Radley, Xavier Truss, all those guys, Carson Beck even. And now it's the young guns that are coming in that I don't think that they can win a title this year. I just think that they're too young. I could be wrong. I said the same thing in 2021, and they did. But I think
it's a long way on the title. Let's just get this game over.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm thinking this team, as the season progresses and they stay healthy, we're going to see some damn good Georgia football. Kirby's got this team loaded, and the buy-in. I know people don't care about buy-in or skull sessions or connectivity. They want to see. They love stats, but these guys are connected, Coach.
Let's be
real
like each other. Let's be real here. Did you see Texas today? Their old line has real issues. That's encouraging. At the same time, I'm really surprised about Tennessee's quarterback. That Aguilar looks good. Tennessee's defense still struggling, and then of course Auburn showed a lot last night with against Baylor, but Baylor for some reason played too much man coverage, and we saw the quarterback that transferred from Oklahoma come in and do some good job running, but they really didn't have to throw the ball much. But Auburn's pass defense looked a little bit shaky, but we only got to see one more team today, Ole Miss, that that we play at home, and there's somebody else maybe. Kentucky's struggling a little bit, but Georgia's going to struggle a little bit today. I'm not going to knock everybody off, but we already got off to a good start because Kirby loves to defer, so that's what we're doing.
Georgia returns to the block letters in the end zone. A lot of fans happy with that. Bit of a throwback look with the font of the end zone. And, Coach, I'm going to tell on you a little bit because as Foster Moss says in the chat, he says that it looks like, based on the laundry you're wearing, Coach, that you're ready for the sidelines again. But here's the thing, Foster Moss, that FaceTime coach, the FaceTime call that Coach had with his former Marshall players, I don't think he was wearing a green polo at that time, but he's back in the red for this show.
Yeah, I had to put that green one on just to let them know I was still behind the herd, but they didn't know the difference. But I like the herd. We're seeing.
Quincy
Johnson. We're going to see what's happening with their offense. They got a lot of transfers running back from Syracuse. Excuse me, I'm not sure where he's from. They got a quarterback. Which quarterback's starting for them? Do you know? Is the kid from West Virginia in there, or what's the number?
Well, they got to show the coach on the sideline instead of actually showing us
Tony
the goddamn
Gibson,
game. Excuse my language.
I made a mistake letting them come in his locker room. Should never let the press come in and let you talk. I'm going to tell him about that. You're not going to do much there running at that guy.
No, not that at all. Good to see you on that first play, Coach, to see Big Jordan Hall and Quintavious Johnson, 33 and 44.
Yeah, we got the one thing you'll see, we got some athletes that I think this is that redshirt freshman from Hurricane, Lang.
Yes, sir. That's correct.
I got to tell you a story about Hurricane.
I like the starting three here, Coach.
It'd be nice to have a good pick here.
They loaded up two edge guys on the right-hand side.
Rush, ball in the air.
Yeah.
You almost called it.
Yeah. Pretty good play on the ball there.
KJ Bolden, wow. Well, made his presence known pretty early.
One of the freshman phenoms from last year.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the vertical pressure we got, and then all around the ball, way to break on it. And it's kind of a jam coverage. I think there's something up in the air. Maybe Everett might be up in the air whether he's playing today. We got the Zachariah Branch back here, transfer from USC. Like to see him take it to the house.
If you call this to start the season?
No, he just waved it off.
Okay.
Kyron Jones got the start at safety, Coach. I'm kind of happy for him. That's a guy you just almost kind of forgot about.
Yeah, really fast kid. Got good ability, and we got Mike Bobo in the booth, and the weather's good today, so it's not Mike's fault. Seriously, everything about this place, they blame it on Mike. But let's look. We got everybody checked the right guard, which I don't know. Roddy made a prediction about a week ago this guy would start. I thought he was crazy, but Juan Gaston, the big freshman.
Look at the size of him.
Good you got something right, Roddy.
I got one thing right.
I'd like to see us run the ball to the right here.
Yeah, there's nobody up in the boundary, Coach.
He kind of swayed that way, but it was more up the gut.
Yeah, he ran through the B gap. And
right across the front 5, we got Mike Bobo's son, Drew, playing center. Left guard, Micah Morris, one of the strongest guys in America.
Yes.
Monroe Freeling, who coming off of surgery a year ago and really looks pretty good. Green at right tackle and Gaston at right guard. We'll see a lot of different guys at tight end. Delp, Lucky, and we got big Kobe Young out here at wide receiver.
2 straight runs.
There. Backside pressure. You're gonna see today with Gunner Stockton a lot more zone plays where if they take the backside comes, he's gonna keep the ball. I mean, he's just a real threat to keep it.
A decade of Kirby Smart as Georgia's head coach.
Hard to believe.
Feels quick.
His first home game was against Nicholls State, and it was life or death where we'd win. 3rd and 4, we got Cash Jones in, the 3rd down back. Still got
a lot of space with Colby at the bottom.
That's why you throw it to that guy.
Woo, look at him go. He's still on his feet, Coach.
That in itself right there is a 5-yard backward pass and just run after the catch. And good release by Gunner there. Really good.
That was fast. A lot of people go, well, he has a slow release. That was lightning quick, Coach.
Yeah, what I like about Mike right now, we're not going no huddle. We're lining up. Get this ball in the end zone and establish yourself. That's what you want to do on this first drive.
Oscar Delp with the big block there.
I mean, Branch, we got some here with Bell. Get the ball to him. That's all right. You know, Marshall's going to give you some looks here. Tony Gibson, for the fans that don't know, was a defensive coordinator for a long time at NC State. Kind of likes to run the 3-3-5, but he used to coach with at West Virginia. He's a native of West Virginia, and they brought him back to be the head coach, and he's got some West Virginia guys with him. So a lot of local people there with the herd.
Oh, Oscar Delp.
That's why you run the ball there, Gunner. Make the first.
And stay on your feet.
Good decision there.
7 yards for Gunner Stockton.
I know it wasn't successful, but I even like the previous play call with Dylan Bell. I like him in the backfield.
Yeah, you got to get the ball to him some ways. You just can't throw it down the field. And the thing that looked very good to me there, didn't panic. It was a very smooth scramble. You're looking for little things here in this first game, and right now, eliminate penalties. You got to think Marshall's going to sell the ranch here and bring a lot of heat. It's going to be hard to run it.
They put Ethan Barber in the game, Coach.
Cass Jones, Scott.
He brought the guy off the edge. We can't block that guy.
Yep.
And we blocked everybody at the front, but the corner came and
they sold out for it. Smart.
Another shout out to Shannon Morrison as the defensive coordinator. He played on our championship teams at Marshall. Has a good background in coaching, has been in a lot of good places, and Coach Gibson made him the D coordinator. I'm not sure if Gibson's calling the defense or Shannon is, but he's an excellent young coach.
Georgia going forward on 4th and 2 at the 32.
Option. Attaboy. Hey, run
face
that
mask.
wishbone.
Little face mask, too.
I've been telling Bobo to run a speed option since he came out of the womb. I mean, I love that play.
Yeah. You didn't tell him to run it, did you?
No, not him. But, look at that. I mean, it's like stealing.
Yeah, it's taking candy from a baby.
There in itself, you know, Marshall thinks they're in the wrong stadium when they see George run the option.
Hey, Peanuts in the game, Coach.
He's got some speed to the outside. Might be the sweep. Okay.
What did you...
All right, Peanut.
Pull that one for social, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty spot on.
I mean, we could have got a guy at the McDonald's drive-thru to run that one, but that was a well-blocked play, and all the naysayers got to be happy with that drive.
I'm actually about to tweet out another damn slow start.
Good job by Lucky. All you want's a tie there, Lawson.
London Humphreys had a great block on that, too.
Is that who sprung it?
He came from the outside back in to get the backer.
Good job, London.
You really don't understand how good that makes everybody feel in your first drive of the year. No penalties. and it wasn't easy. I mean,
No.
you're under duress. You had to pick up a 3rd and 3. You had with the swing pass to Zachariah, and then you had to also pick up a 4th down.
4th and 2.
Elements of some power football. We saw the speed option, of course, but good tall sweep there, and that's just a team favorite there. You know,
Yeah.
And a lot of times when a guy's a smaller guy like Peanut Phillips kid from over in Atlanta, kids just gravitate around it because they know he's giving his all the time. But I'm just telling you, you could go in any room in America, running back room, and he would probably be the fastest guy in there.
He is elite speed. We've seen the NFL go after speed guys. We know that Kirby Smart, when you send him a player, one of the first things he's going to ask about is his speed. It does matter. Strong is great, big is great, but you win with speed because it's the one thing you can't counter. And he flew through there like a bat out of hell.
You don't measure those holes by how tall a guy is. And
I love it.
I love the speed factor. And so we really got some good people helping us out this year. And Radi goes a lot of, planning, and it takes a lot of different equipment and to get this thing going. So who all we got this year, Radi?
Well, right now I want to mention our first and foremost is Yuengling Flight. They've been with us a really long time, and that's what I'm drinking. Now, I should mention Athens Ford first because they are our premier advertiser. They cover us throughout the year, and we'll play one of their commercials in a minute. But the game is brought to you by Flight from Yuengling. The next generation of light beer is for those who don't want to follow trends but to craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from the oldest brewery in America with only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories. This is a premium refreshment, 6 generations in the making. So don't raise a glass, raise a Flight by Yuengling. And I will say we have a lot of folks who, when we started showing Yuengling and Flight a couple years ago, they said, I've never tried it. They've tried it, and they have raved about it. So especially when people were looking around for different beers, we said, look, the oldest brewery in America, Yuengling, they've got some good beer. Try them out and see what you think. And sure enough, a lot of people were trying their regular lager, one of my favorites. They tried their black and tans. They tried some of their other stuff. But when the Flight came out, we have got a lot of people moving over to Flight. So if you enjoy the Flight, if you want to put hashtag Flight in the comment section, we'll get Dayne to draw a winner of one of our gift bags. We have a lot of nice little gift bags. They have hats and
I'm not very
shirts.
good at drawing.
Just pick one.
Okay.
So get one of those and let's give away some of that stuff because we got a bunch of koozies and openers and hats and shirts. I need to get on my Flight shirt. So check it out. All right, Coach. I like that drive. I'm excited about it. The fans are excited about it. There's no rain. New faces in there. It's Marshall. I'm not going to go crazy, but I'm just saying.
I won the Sun Belt last year, man.
I know, but I'm just saying that's
no Willie off the pickle.
You got to do what you're supposed to do. And
here's the thing about opening day. We saw it last week in the game against Kansas State. A lot of mistakes, but certainly there's going to be some throughout this. But we got the good kickoff again by Woodry. You just can't take for granted how much that means. Go back to the Notre Dame game when we didn't kick it off.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't cover it. But they've covered kickoffs like crazy in practice because of that. And here's that roster turnover. You might just mention again how to keep up with our volume and instead of these guys.
So I bring up the down and distance that we see. It is just above the scoreboard on our screen. You can pair it up with however you're watching. You may have to pause what you're watching or pause us and get those synced up. Then you'll be good to go.
See if we can get the numbers at corner. See if Everett is actually playing.
They haven't given us a wide enough view. It's been driving me crazy.
Good call there by the Marshall team. Just throw a little easy throw for QB to get some rhythm there. And make sure you don't get too much pressure on him with this D line. You got to remember this guy was playing high school football 2 years ago in West Virginia and redshirted last year. I like the fact that Coach Gibson's kind of building for the future here and getting his best players on the field. You're not going to make a lot of living there, buddy. Is that Kristen Miller?
Kristen Miller, yes, sir.
52. Boy, he's really come on strong. And, of course, our linebacking core it's pretty scary depth-wise. This is where you make your money now, Georgia. Last year was a nemesis for us. We couldn't get off the field and ended up giving up a lot of possessions and kept our offense from getting the ball. But really good-looking team out there athletically. Maybe you can check some of your people who's playing corner for us.
That's what I'm about to do.
We got Ellis Robinson in there, I think.
I saw Dan Harris and Ellis.
So maybe they're holding that Everett out. Pick.
Oh. Look at big Dan Harrison coverage there, Coach. Like that. He's so long.
The one thing that you can't do against Georgia in short yardage or regular down situations on third and fourth down is they play so much tight man coverage. Watch 7 here. He's not going to worry about the deep cut. Watch him break on the ball to the inside. 7's right here. Here he goes. He just sat down on that.
Yeah, I mean, just waited.
No threat of a double move there. So you got to do more movement there, crossing routes. Maybe he'll kick it far enough for Branch to show him his tail lights here. He just takes it safe. And
yeah. But again,
I would say this right now. This is my first prognostication here. Unless they take a TV timeout, we're going for the bomb right here. Well,
okay.
TV timeout. So a lot of times when you have a TV timeout, you're thinking you're going to want to call that, and then by the time you talk to Kirby, he say, "Let's run that ball, boy." No, he wouldn't say that to him. But
well, they did run 6 times on the last drive for 45 yards. So
that's okay. So everybody's worrying what's wrong with their passing game.
No, that was actually a nice note from Jed May, who likes to see trends. You know, he's follow Jed May on Twitter if you would. Coach Robinson and Daniel Harris at corner. No Daylen Everett. Kyron Jones was at free safety, and Janelle Aguero at star, and that's what we've seen.
Yeah, Kyron Jones is kind of a. We know we got Maddox and we got Zachariah's brother, Branch kid at Zion Branch is transferred from USC too. But the one thing on the perimeter is we've got some big guys with Kobe Young and this Thomas kid transferred from Texas A&M. Really going to help us in the red zone. And then a couple good freshmen, CJ Wiley will be a good receiver, and also Taylor. So, and then that doesn't even talk about Humphreys coming back from last year. So, as you mentioned, like over 50% of our players are either freshmen or sophomores. So, but I heard Ryan Day on the game day today, the Ohio State coach, and he was talking about, sure, we lost some players, but we've had some guys that were in auxiliary roles that saw what it took, and they're ready to make that step forward. And even though I don't know which ones they were, they just looked a little bit more cohesive to me today than Texas. And, of course, Texas lost all the offensive linemen to the pros, and they looked like they hadn't even practiced some on the goal line. I mean, when you're on the goal line, everybody's all enamored by that sneak and everything.
Yeah.
I like the sneak if it's out in the field, but third and fourth down inside the 2 or 3, I'm ready for selling the ranch with a big back behind somebody. And it really came back to bite them today because they outgained Ohio State by a lot. But I didn't see enough from Texas that makes me in the fetal position.
Yeah, nothing to worry about there. I say nothing to worry about. They have a fantastic defense.
Hey, look at some of these guys here. Chad Pennington, first round draft choice. Randy Moss, Byron Leftwich. He came after me, but Bradshaw, good player. Troy Brown, his nickname was Transcript because he wasn't eligible. We had to fly a private plane. We had to fly a private plane down to a junior college.
That's mean as hell.
And get his transcript and get it up there. And so we always called him Transcript. He played both ways for me, and then he played 15 years in the pros.
That's wild. Herschel Walker getting a big honoring there. Crowd went crazy with him announced as he's getting into the Ring of Honor.
All right, let's see if he talked himself out of this bomb.
Who would you throw it to, Coach? Who do you want on the other end of that?
Somebody in a red helmet.
You big cheater. Give me Colby Young. No, yeah, Hand it off to Frazier for a 8-yard gain.
I mean, I'm serious. I think they're going to call that Juan Gaston eclipse because you can't even see the sun behind him. Look how big he is.
He is a monster. Yeah, if you're running behind him and Ernest Green, yeah, that's a good day. Nice gap there. Hey, Drew, look at Drew Bobo pushing the guy out of the way. They ran right behind Drew too, and first down.
Yeah, I mean, Drew Bobo's here when the first day for pro scouts to come in. They just marveled at his feet and his knowledge of the system, and I mean, hopefully he'll stay for another year. But he's going to have a chance to come out, kind of like Wilson did last year. Plus, they know that he's been trained in a pro system.
I like Leonard Humphreys there.
RPOs. Here we go. Like right there, good catch by Bowens, running back from Florida. It's the thing that happens here is elude the rush.
Yeah,
and Juan Gaston kind of got beat a little bit there. You got a pass pro too, Juan.
He's like, hey, we're not running it again. But happy to see Chauncey Bowens out there. He's been such a consistent guy for Georgia. Hey, Coach.
We got a chance to hit one of these big ones in a minute, but he's going to run to the
right.
right.
Oh, yeah, man. I was hoping they were going to keep it. Okay.
That was an RPO there. Just for slang for everybody, run pass option. If the run was there to the right, he would have run it, but they had the tight end coming underneath in the flat so the quarterback can run our pass here. If the end comes up, he just dumps it out. Take what they give you there, Gunner.
Yeah. Hang on to the ball, Oscar.
A little unbalanced line here. We might do a little flare screen.
A lot of whistles. Under media review, Coach. Previous play is under review.
That ball was down.
No, they said that he was down before the ball came out.
We recovered it, though, didn't we?
Yeah, that's why I'm confused. Let me
I want to tell you this joke about hurricane real quick. A lot of people, the way it's spelled, think it's hurricane. Yeah. But people up in West Virginia say, well, they might think it was just incomplete. But some people in West Virginia, most people say hurricane. So these guys were driving down the road and they were griping about whether it was hurricane or hurricane. And so they pulled off the road and went into this place to get something to eat. And they asked this waitress in there, said, hey, how do you call this place where we are? And she said, what are you talking about? He said, what do you call this place? And she said, well, I'm not sure what you mean. She said, where we are, what do you call it? She said, Dairy Queen. I don't know. That might be incomplete. I hope his elbow hit the ground, but
I mean, he's running it.
I like those green pants. People kind of got on me at Georgia when we put those black stripes on the helmets because Coach Dooley asked me to, and he never would take credit for it, but I took the blame. But when I was at Marshall, we got some green pants, and everybody couldn't figure out why we got them, but they look pretty good, don't they?
They look good. I like it. I like going back to the block letters.
Same. They still got the same helmet we came up with, and
yeah. I'm glad it's the black G logo instead of the red one.
You got something in the boundary if you want to throw the screen to them. I like the fact they're playing off these guys. We need to throw some hitches to them.
You want to hit Branch right there he moved up at the end. Okay. 5 yards.
A lot of movement here, boys.
5 yards of cloud of dust.
Nate Frazier last year, our own Brent Rollins, who does great research for your website, said that one thing that he didn't do very good was yards after contact. He was like 87th in the country. And you can see so far he's making some people miss. I mean, driving on there, good pile driver. But he can also take it to the house, too. Here we go, over the top.
Talon Taylor got into the game a second ago.
Was that him, Levin?
I think that is him.
I like the throwaway there. That's okay.
Yeah, that's him.
We've seen some semblance of breaking down, but you can't take a loss here on second down. And the guys are having trouble on the right side, both Green and Juan Gaston going to get called for holding in a minute because they're missing these guys. This would be a great time to let Cash Jones run a draw or screen.
He's picking up that. Woof.
Hiccup. Yeah, I mean, couldn't be much better there, Gunner, on the poise. Watch the pickup with their offensive line here. See, watch them just step up and block all the guys. Clean pocket. And when the Mike linebacker comes, it opens up the hole over the middle.
Yeah.
That's
textbook, coach.
Run to the left here. No, he's going for it. I mean, come on, baby.
Got it like that. Colby Young out there on the corner, blocking, staying on his man for 15 minutes.
Decision making right now is stronger than Aunt Mary's breath. No,
you don't know that your quarterback's coming up behind you, but he's blocking him. He's staying on him. He hadn't heard a whistle, so I know Colby might not get a catch on that play, but that's my that guy gets all the credit on that play. There you go, Nate Frazier, almost to the first.
Look how big Gaston is.
He's a giant.
Eclipse.
Well, that's what we asked Jordan Hall about him, and he says he just envelops people.
Yeah, I mean.
What's he, 18 years old?
Yeah, he should be at the prom.
He needs to. I'd hate to get a tux for him.
It's a lot of fabric.
Look at that, 73. And he's lost 50 pounds, too.
Gunner has to look up to him and say, "Sir, are you ready to?"
When he came here, I was famous when he was at camps. I'm like, he's got too much bad weight on him. I just don't know if he's going to be it. And
well, we knew too much negative about him. The positive is just to the left here. Very bad movement there.
Yeah, they got nothing.
We cannot anticipate worth a ding dong on the short yardage yet. I mean, you're going to penetrate, baby. That's 2 times they've hurt us on the edge coming inside. Take it outside. I can see us running that speed option again.
They had Ethan Barber in at fullback, coach.
Yeah, Ethan Barbour.
Yeah, Barbour. And he kind of clogged it up.
Kirby getting a little lean there.
Final score, Tennessee 45, Syracuse 26.
Attaboy. I'm just serious as Berlin right there. What did I tell
you? Everybody crashed down on Cash, and Gunner Stockton takes it on the run.
Gunner, go on back to Raven County right now and go shoot some squirrels or something up there. I mean, you don't have to do anything else today, baby.
Well, Coach, I feel like for 2 or 3 years, you've said if the quarterback would just keep it around the edge 1 or 2 times.
Well, there's a difference between good point by keeping it.
Uh-oh.
That isn't Juan, is it?
It is.
I can't.
Good God. Whoever's going to have to pick him up. That's too bad right there.
You know, I didn't want to mention it earlier because, I was talking about how rare it is for a true freshman to get out there. But the last offensive lineman, true freshman I remembered was Teddy Ratledge. He got his start against Clemson and got hurt.
What I'm saying
they fell into the side of his knee.
About the read, all we've run with some with Stetson, but most of the time we run predetermined gives and predetermined keeps. And look at the size of his thighs. So, but if you can run it where you read it, you're going to be right every time. You know what I mean? If they crash like that, and that's just going to be, not only does it help that he can keep it, but it keeps the backside from chasing. 22 had made 3 tackles already from the backside. And, well, anybody that's coming here to be negative, you need to go on and go watch somebody else because at this point, Georgia has answered a lot of questions. Now, there's a lot more to be said right now, but hopefully Juan's okay. But
Well, here's the good thing. You have Michael Uni, however you want to say it, but out there you have Daniel Calhoun who can pop in.
Weenie and like Weenie Beanie.
Yeah.
He's ULNI, and then Calhoun. They're both young guys, but from Juan's perspective, it's just you don't need something that's going to put him behind a little bit because of his weight, being stagnant there. But hopefully, it's just a stinger. But you going to tell us about somebody here?
Yeah, I want to mention our friend Jeff Dean over at morrisondean.com, and we want to give them, the Dean family, our sympathies. They suffered a tragic loss this past week, and we want them to know that our sympathies, our prayers, our heartfelt condolences are going out to Jeff Dean. The Morrison Dean family, the law firm, this is one of the best personal injury law firms out there. They take on cases that when you see those giant big billboards, like, those ambulance chasers, those people, if you call some of the ones that have a giant billboard, you will never talk to the famous lawyer that's on the screen there or on the billboard. You never talk to that person. You talk to somebody else. If you call Jeff Dean, you'll speak to Jeff Dean. So there was like a very famous case that was in the news where they had a 87-year-old Syrian woman. She was out cutting dandelion leaves to make a salad. Some people like dandelion salad, and the cop showed up. She doesn't speak English. They're telling her to leave. They wound up tasing the lady, and it was awful. And they represented her. There was a guy who was electrocuted because at a power station, the power was supposed to be turned off. Somebody screwed that up, and I don't say destroyed his life, but really messed it up. So when you have situations like this, you need a real lawyer, not some TV firm or some group that puts all their money on a billboard. You need Jeff Dean. So reach out to morrisondean.com. You'll be very glad you did. And again, there's a lot of cases these TV guys won't take to trial because they want instant, quick hit settlement. Jeff Dean will talk to you, and he will take your case to trial. So hit him up when you get a chance.
Yeah, get a lot of confidence in using these Georgia people. They help us bring us.
He's the biggest Georgia fan you'll ever see.
If you're listening or watching the show, you can ask questions about what the season, anything. Dayne and Radi will get them, and we'll try to answer them. And also tell us where you're coming from. A couple of my friends, Camille's down there in St. Simon, watching, and a good friend of mine that used to play, his son played Little League Baseball with my grandson, Michael Robinson, affiliated with the Red Coat Bands, watching us a little bit today, and always glad to hear. And then one of my best friends, John Parker, not here for the game today, but
what the hell?
John's down at Longboat Key taking a little rest area, but he'll be back. But just as an overview right now, if you're a football coach and you're watching this team, you're thinking they look like they got a good sense of direction right here. I mean, just really have a good plan for using their best players. And I'm really excited about Gunner from a standpoint. His mobility to this point has been the difference in these drives, picking up first downs, running the option, and just a complete new element that we need to give you a very similar to what Aguilar is doing for the Trayvon. What a player.
Coach, when you had Mike, you've known Mike Bobo, what, 20, 30 years? It's been a long time. Does he prefer to have that in his toolbox, that kind of quarterback run, or would he rather have the gunslinger like a Matt Stafford?
Well, first of all, you take Matt Stafford. We got one coming in next year, Curtis.
Yeah.
It's going to be, but I think Mike's going to coach around the strengths of his team. And it means a lot to him to be the coach at Georgia, just like he does Kirby. And he's going to use the elements that he has. But one of the things you work on in the offseason are things that bothered you last year in situational types football. And we've been a lot better on 3rd and short and 4th and short today than we ever were last year.
Yeah. I appreciate the frank assessment there, because we tend to want to get into our offensive coordinator's mind, the defensive coordinator's mind, and I just love the idea that you have
a new corner.
I was about to say, 15. Wait a minute, yeah.
Is that DeMello Jones?
I think that is. I was about to say, who's the new corner? DeMello Jones.
I tried to throw a fade on him in there.
They ran to the outside. They cleared him out.
Terrible tackle there.
Yeah, first down.
KJ.
DeMello from Swainsboro, Georgia, my neck of the woods.
Well, it's obvious we're going to try to get some of these young guys in because Everett had a little stinger this week. I don't know if it's in his ankle or foot or what, but
I think Kirby said on the post-game show they had some ankle issues they were dealing with. We
post-game show.
Or it was going to be a pre-game show.
You already seen the post-game?
I'm in from the future.
That's their first down, right?
Yes, sir. They had only had 6 yards prior to that.
That's our weakness right now, the edge.
Yeah.
Got some second-team guys in there right now, which I like. Play them early. Let everybody get in there and get their feet work. See how they can react.
Great job on KJ Bolden, Coach, turning that play back inside.
Yeah, he's a player.
I mean, he had a guy all in his face, and he pushed through him.
So they're going to try to throw deep on Camelo here.
Yeah. Oh, no. He tried to run. Big Xavier McLeod. Is that Josh Horton?
All those guys look the same, I mean.
Elijah Griffin, the true freshman, Coach.
Well, you're going to see him a lot in the next few years. I mean, this guy is Man Mountain Dean. We got 2 freshman linemen, him and Gaston, that are just – you just can't coach. I mean, you can't teach their physical ability. Probably the best D lineman in the country as a freshman this year, in my opinion.
You called it McLeod there too, Roddy. I think that's a guy that could work himself up to be a pretty high draft pick just based off his size and strength.
And this stuff, I mean, are you going to pull Christian to put in McLeod? Or are you going to pull Jordan Hall? No, but if you want to run with all 3 of those guys and Elijah Griffin, in other words, you're starting to see some really talented guys there. How they'll hold up throughout the season, I don't know, but I'm really excited about Georgia's defensive line because you think back to those 2 titles and you just
you get some depth
cleaned
there.
it. Yeah.
But, realistically, we had 2 guys drafted this year from the D line that made pro that a lot of people didn't think would make it.
Stackhouse and Chambliss.
Yeah, and also had Brinson in there.
He lost a couple first rounders on the D line. Well, I consider Jalen Walker kind of sometimes being that a D line guy when he moved up.
Let's
and certainly that's another thing last year. 2 tightrope surgery guys, Michael Williams and also Tate Ratledge missed 6 games apiece.
Yeah,
or 5 games, but.
Let's pick our first winner for Yingling Flight for that prize pack, Roddy.
Okay.
Because I did the random generator from our chat here through our streaming platform. Matt Thompson, winner of our Yingling Flight prize pack. Right. To redeem that, Matt, you need to email Roddy, R-A-D-I, at UGAsports.com. That's R-A-D-I at UGAsports.com.
And we had a couple winners that did not pick up that did not send me their email address. So if you won last year and you did not get it.
Oh, I'm telling you, how many of those are going to send that in?
Okay,
there was someone in the chat said they didn't get it when they won, and I'm thinking that was lost in translation.
That's the one.
I'll get the honor code here.
Yeah. Hey, our people love us. They would not cheat to get free gear. But that person needs to, please tell them to email me again. And I need you to send me your shirt size. Because I don't want to send you a large if you're a person like me, and I don't want to send you a double XL if you're,
I thought you were down to a large these days.
No, I'm just saying this is a large, but then I need I wear an XL in that. So.
Okay.
There's my boy Brian Bosworth now. Seeing him makes me fired up. They're going to have the 40th reunion for our 85 national championship team in October, and hopefully I'm going to be able to go out there and see those guys. Yesterday and today, I see all the Georgia guys most of the time over the course when they have these alumni deals, but seeing kids that you coach and seeing them, what they've done with their families and what they made with their lives, it's one of the real joys of being a coach. And Boz was a different type guy as the Boz, but good person as Brian Bosworth. And, he's a little cocky as Boz, but he'll be there. And my son-in-law, Greg Johnson, will be there, and Troy Aikman, I hope, will come back. Of course, Coach Switzer and everybody else. So it'll be a nice reunion.
I'm excited about that. I mean, that's going to be a lot of fun.
You're gonna have to figure out. How I'm gonna do that live from out there, because I think we're playing I'm not sure who we're playing that day, but it's a different time. We're playing in the daytime, and they're playing at night, I think. But the main thing I want to do is get to the one on Friday night.
I'm going to say, well, if we need to, we'll just give you the weekend off.
Well, can't let my people down here. Those girls don't know if the football's blown or stuffed. They're just ready to go party tonight.
Roddy,
Hey, the same with those guys there, too.
Roddy, I was here last night when Coach's former players from Marshall came by, and I want you to know that he was recalling plays from a second drive of a game from 1992.
He knows all the plays he's ever called.
I mean, I got some of them right, but one of them, Ferguson had to start as a true freshman, and he came in and did a good job. And then Jamie Wilson ended up being a pro lineman, got drafted by the Panthers. Let's see if Marshall considers a fake here. I would. Just what do you got to lose?
Yeah.
Don't kick it too far. This guy will take it to the house.
Yeah, and the sun's not in his eyes. That punter's.
I don't like the way he catches it, though. He lets the ball get too low. You got to get your hands up.
Well, he's only about 4 foot tall, Coach.
No, you can't you can't catch the ball around your knees.
But,
all right, we've had a long time here for Mike Bobo to think we're going to go for it or not. There's another big element there that people don't realize. Our coaching staff, Brandon Streeter, longtime offensive coordinator for Clemson, 2 national championships under his belt, is an auxiliary coach for us and helps Coach Bobo with the quarterbacks. And just to have a guy with his experience on the sideline talking, of course, Bobo can talk to him on the phone and everything, to Gunner, but here he is down there, settling him down, talking to him in situational football. Here we go. We're going to hit the guy in a big one here.
Wow, I like that play.
My understanding is that Brandon Streeter still has a house in Clemson and coaches here. Matt Luke coaches at Clemson, still has a house here. They should work out an agreement.
Trade houses.
Well, if you just look at this, the play before the start of the series before, Bell came across and they flipped it to him. Now they fake it to him, hit the guy in the flat, and then drive Delp a little bit deep, a little bit underthrow there, but I'd rather see that than throwing it over his head.
That free safety bit on the sweep, Coach.
Good quick cut there by Chauncey Bowens.
Russ in the chat says, Roddy, I did win a flight package last year, and I loved it. Thanks.
There we go.
So I think we got Daniel Calhoun back in. He's 70 at right guard.
That's I was looking to try to see who was out there.
And they got Bo Hughley in at right tackle.
And Daniel Calhoun is 70. Hughley right tackle.
We might have several.
I was trying to see who's at left guard.
Might be Weenie.
Weenie, that's why.
Play action.
Now it's still Michael Morris.
Come on, Mike. I love this drop roll.
Oh.
Talking about what we're talking about, drop roll is, instead of running a screen pass after you feel the pressure and backing up and dumping off, you get them to get in their rush lanes. A lot of teams like to twist their line.
Right.
So instead of just sprinting out right away, you hold the ball till they rush, and then you sprint on the corner. We used to call it 84 IKK. But this is a good job by Mike instituting some more pressure to help take off the pressure on your pass protection.
Cass Jones in the game.
Didn't go deep enough there.
And when
Humphreys.
Here's the first chance to see if we go for it on 4th down, but I think he might do it. Come on, Kirby.
Just on the other side of midfield.
You got one-on-one over here. Throw it to him. Throw it to him.
He's so deep, too.
We got a Cass Jones package in. He might throw a little crossing right to him.
Did he pooch punt in high school? I wonder if that's
it. Trying to get him offside. Now you're going to call timeout or just take it away. We had the guy offside if he'd snapped it.
Yeah. Now, do you have your center sitting there looking up to see if anybody jumps?
Yeah, he's supposed to. That's a good situational play, but poor play for us on 1st down will hurt us a little bit, but it was close.
Oh, he might have stopped in time.
pretty good by Coach Searles putting Hughley in, and just put them in when it's a little pressure situation. This is our
Drew Miller.
say. Well, you can't even let me ask the question.
I knew what you were going to ask.
Are you Karnak the Magnificent?
He
Drew
punted.
Miller's our second team punter. Thorson's still coming back off injury. He ought to be able to pooch this down there. This guy's going to let it go. And get
it rolled.
Well, I could see Tony Gibson making a move and maybe letting one of these a transfer from Syracuse get in there, but maybe not.
I know there's a.
Let me just tell you something about Alabama now. They don't realize what they're getting into today with Florida State. This kid from Valdosta that went up to Boston College,
Castellanos,
and played quarterback, is transferred in there. He's running that Gus Malzahn system now. This guy can run the football at quarterback, and everybody knows how much that gives Alabama trouble. I don't care if Nick's coaching or who's coaching there. So they're going to have trouble stopping Florida State today.
That 7-7 late in the first quarter.
Well, okay. That's what we're talking about.
Stat-wise, Ty Simpson, 5 of 6, 59 yards, and a touchdown. That touchdown went to Josh Cuevas. And then Castellanos, 3 of 3, 47 yards passing, 2 carries, 21 yards, ran for a touchdown.
He's a threat.
I want to mention a new advertiser that we have joining us. This is Equity Prime Mortgage, LLC. It is a national leader whose operations extend to over 47 different states. They provide a variety of mortgage products to assist you with finding solutions to all of your needs. They've been certified underwriters on staff, which allow for decisions on your application quickly. They maintain a dedicated professional sales and operations staff that ensures closing process is quick and efficient. At Equity Prime Mortgage, they have over 50 years of experience in the mortgage industry. This is not a small organization. This is a huge organization. And they have exceptional pricing without compromising on follow-through or customer service. Everybody that I've ever known who has dealt with Equity Prime Mortgage has been phenomenal. I'm just going to tell you that's not just because they are sponsoring us. I reached out to them to see if they could come with us, mainly based on word of mouth and the customer satisfaction that folks had with them. I went through a situation with my aunt who was buying a new condo for her so she can move close to me. Let me just tell you, after I'd screwed it up, everyone says, well, you should have gone through Equity Prime Mortgage. And I'm banging my head, and the frustration with it was awful. Just telling you, if you are buying a new house, have any situations where you need a mortgage or you need underwriters or stuff like that, go check out EPM, Equity Prime Mortgage. Go to EPM online. You'll be glad you did so. I've dealt with those folks forever, and they are the best.
Let me just add this, that you deal with a lot of people in UGA over the years that have meant a lot to our program, that are unselfish the way they support us. And Eddie Perez, the president of Prime Mortgage, has been unbelievable how much he supported me, everybody at Georgia, and now Kirby in so many ways. So just look at, he doesn't care about the fact that, that we're mentioning him. He's doing this to help Roddy, but he really, he's going to take care of you, and know that our program wouldn't be where it is without Eddie Perez. I can tell you that right now.
And they're in 47 different states. It's not just a Georgia thing. If you're a Tennessee fan and you're watching this trying to see what Georgia looks like, hey, they're in Tennessee too. You hit them up. Oh, there you go. Got time. But was that tipped, Coach?
I'm not sure. Kid's got a little poise there. Yeah. I like the fact that we're just not playing press, bump, and run, because all you got to do is throw a little fade and the guy will catch it like they did South Carolina when Rattler was playing the first half against us over here a couple of years ago. But there's the two guys we were talking about, the one from Syracuse and Jacksonville State. The kid
Zion
played last year, and the coordinators from Jacksonville State.
Total yards so far, Georgia 176, Marshall 22.
You're just not going to run east and west on this team right here. It's not going to run. I don't care who you are.
You're trying to get between C.J. Allen and K.J. Bolden. That's going to be a long day.
Pretty fast.
First time we've seen Chris Cole, or at least the first time I feel like I've called his name. Chris Cole, former 5-star. Keep an eye on number 9, folks.
They probably got him and Justin Williams in there both.
I'm hoping so. I was looking.
This is where Georgia makes his money here with this little pressure package.
He and Gabe Harris are side by side, Coach. I like that. Oh, from the backside, there's Raylan Wilson.
Yeah, just don't throw him off of you like that. Let it go.
So I like the idea. You had Chris Cole, Raylan Wilson, C.J. Allen, and Gabe Harrison all in the same package on that third down. That's
our Jaguar package.
Yeah.
I mean, just a lot of it's because it's a pro defense, but also a lot of fast guys.
Hey, and there's Joseph Jonye also in that package too, Coach.
Jump ball here for Roddy. He's giving so much information. We can't even, he's all over it.
Coach, Raylan Wilson, not always. C.J. Allen, I think, is projected top 3 round pick, something like that.
We got a piece of
We
that.
got a
Yeah,
block.
they did.
I was going to have you talk about Raylan Wilson, but now we got to talk about a block.
That was Ellis.
I think that was KJ.
Ellis Robinson.
Was it?
Takes a lot of guts to go after one, Kirby, as a boy. E-Rob.
Yeah.
You know, this is not only good because it happened, but gets the other team thinking about it. Of course,
Yeah.
Austin Peay doesn't really matter, but Tennessee, you know, likes to run the rugby style kick, and that's going to make them do that even more.
Mm-hmm.
So we've shown some things in the kicking game with really exciting to me. You got Branch. I'd like to see a little motion, throw a little flare screen here to him.
Hey, shout out to Terrell Foster for recovering that kick, Coach. He took a shot to the chest that was brutal.
There's Peanut on the left
Yep.
tackle. We got a first team linebacker in there now, except for one, I think.
Yeah. Micah Morris was driving his that 3 technique all the way to the locker room, the opposing locker room.
See if we got
7-yard gain.
there's Foster, who's from IMG Academy, really good player.
Beloved on the team. Beloved.
We had the
There you go.
screen call and it wasn't there, so he kept it. Should have stayed north and south there when you got the first down. He knows it.
Yep. He knew it. He should have stayed behind his blocks.
Again, the 2-play huddle there.
Big.
70's a big old guy too.
Yep.
Calhoun played here last year. Was on the team, but redshirted. Really, he's a true freshman from over in
12.
same school as C.J. Wiley, I think.
Going to run to the right behind all those tight ends.
No,
Oh,
let the quarterback
there it is.
keep it again.
Another one.
New Heisman favorite?
I mean, in all seriousness, Marshall thinks they're in the wrong stadium when the quarterback keeping it. Watch the read here. This isn't a predetermined keep. Watch him just read this guy coming from the backside to our right, outside number 7.
Ooh.
Marshall's defensive backs have got to quit looking into the back.
He's just taking advantage of them every time they do that.
So I hate to hear it about. Now we got another guy down.
Is that Micah?
Micah Morris. Look at that big old club he's got. He's jogging off.
You'll notice Connor Norman leading Georgia's athletic training staff now, first time, and I don't know when, since Ron Corson is not in that role. Ron Corson, just a legend at Georgia. Connor Norman's going to do a great job, and he's a former Georgia player himself.
Tough as nails, by the way.
And learn under Ron, but that's a transition that's happening this year.
Connor's a great dude. I like that Micah's like, I'm fine. Just get off me. Just needs a big old boy.
When Gunner pulls the ball, and maybe this is just because Georgia, we haven't seen as much of this with the quarterbacks that Georgia's had recently. His hands are so quick in pulling the ball back toward him. that's a practice skill.
You're right on both of them. He snatches it back like you're playing that slap hands game.
Yeah.
You know, he whips it back. And that number 22 that coach pointed out from the backside that kept crashing in, they've burned him twice.
22 and 26. But
yeah,
what you want to do when you're holding the ball as an option quarterback is make sure that you don't hold it on the end down low. You need to put your hands up on the laces and squeeze the pumpkin out of it. It's what I used to say from the standpoint. And I don't want to hear that, that you couldn't hold on to it, because there's a lot of, you want to put a soft squeeze on the ball in his stomach. And it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
We used to call it a Ray Charles read. If Ray Charles could say you could keep it, you keep it. If not, you hand it off. So nothing against Ray, but so you want to hold both hands on the ball and ride him as far as you can to make it look like that you're giving it to him if you're going to keep it, and then pull it. But you need to bring it straight back. You don't need to go with him and pull it back, because his momentum will take you out. You're trying to jump in and answer, and I'm going in there.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I was agreeing with you.
How did you do that over there when you were playing?
Do you want me to? I won't agree with you anymore.
No,
I'll start contracting you.
I was busting.
Yeah.
I feel like my parents are fighting right now.
No, I'm just saying he's anxious to tell you. Go ahead.
No, I had nothing. I just said I agree.
I really like the offense right now. Passing game, probably people are pissed about. We're not throwing enough, but
I don't think people care when your leading rusher is Gunnar Stockton, 53 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaging 8.8 a carry.
How many passing yards we got? About 70?
91.
Ooh. There you go.
Now, Zachariah Branch helped that a lot.
So, leading guy on the Heisman right now is Joey Aguilar.
Wait, it's not going to be Arch Manning? I was told.
I
was told this morning that Arch Manning was the.
He had a bad day today, though.
I know he did.
How
much did Aguilar get today? He had over 150 yards in the first half.
Aguilar, 247 yards passing, 3 touchdowns.
And how much running?
34.
Yeah, he does the same thing Gunnar does. So that Tennessee game's looming big, boys.
Yeah, but I was
2 weeks.
I was told that with Arch Manning was a guy, and Quinn Ewers should not have been playing. They should have been going.
It wasn't Arch's fault today. I mean, I thought Coach had some bad calls on the goal line, and their old line is, like we said, had some really didn't block very good. But there's Coach Streeter down there talking to him, and you can do some of your best coaching about what happened and what we're going to do now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What to expect. This is what they're doing. And again, you got a guy that's been to the dance here now. This guy's been coaching. He coached Trevor Lawrence. He coached the guy that
Deshaun Watson.
He coached the guy in the massage parlors, and Kirby probably told him to kick it short and see if we could cover.
Oof!
He did.
Somebody rocked him.
Good job,
Raylan Wilson.
Raylan Wilson now made 2 special teams.
Yeah, folks in the chat say this team is already more fun than last year.
I don't believe that yet. I mean, how about the Clemson game last year? Were they happy with that?
I think they were, but sample size, Coach.
Yeah, we're still in the first quarter.
We look like second, aren't we?
Let's give you second quarter.
Look like we're in Clemson last year. I hope that this guy can have a little success, because I'm afraid if he doesn't, they're going to put that guy that keeps the ball in. We could get a pick here pretty quick. That's a new quarterback.
Oof.
Same.
There's Chris Cole.
That's the new quarterback.
Yeah, that's the new guy. You're right.
Guy from Syracuse.
Redshirted at Florida in 21.
Well, he's supposed to be dual threat.
So Chris Cole gets a tackle for a tackle for loss. He'll like that he would like to see that on his stat sheet.
Probably gonna let him try to do a bubble screen out here. We got pressure coming.
Yeah, Gabe Harrison, Quincy Johnson at the corners. Oof. Chris Cole again. Him and Xavier McLeod.
I mean, seriously.
Chris Cole for Heisman.
Georgia looks pretty good in their uniform.
They do look. That's a good-looking team. But great reps for Chris Cole. I love that back-to-back. He's credited on both those tackles.
Who's the other safety up there?
Kyron Jones.
20? I thought Corey Thomas down there 20. Isn't he?
I thought that was 31.
I knew they were going to run that quarterback draw.
Flag on the play.
Please be holding.
Yeah.
20s is Corey.
Yeah, but it was the number was 31.
Talking about the safety over here.
Oh, there you go.
How about Florida State getting after Ramajama?
14-7. I'll take that.
Gus Malzahn.
That's a big boy.
Against Alabama.
The more you can play better guys, other guys, the better it is for morale and building depth and helping your special teams. And
I like Ellis down there with that. He was so tight on the line scrimmage. He had no fear.
About Boston College getting after the Fordham Rams, 52-3. So Robert Morris has got West Virginia's playing Philip Morris next week. Cigarette factory. Some of these teams, Eastern Kentucky Colonels.
Kind of felt bad. West Virginia lost that good tight end. Went into Ohio State, and that kid was looking pretty good.
Yeah, and you saw Ohio State had a starting lineman this year that started from Minnesota.
Really?
Seriously, this could be a punt return for a touchdown. He's going to kick it low, and he's going to take it back to the house.
Oh, you're right. Oh,
pick it up. Let it go now.
Oh, he's going to hear about that one.
Still turn it into something after that.
Yeah.
Flag on the play.
We probably have a block in the back.
You can already tell the other teams are going to be scared of him returning kicks.
Well, he was an All-American as a true freshman, so they watched him at USC just do his crazy stuff. But Kirby's like, "Yeah, let's go over here so I can talk to you." Now, hang on. Now we're going to talk.
That's just a shift for Georgia because I don't feel like they've had a home run threat at that spot in a while.
You going to tell them about our, was it STD? Or?
Well, if you give me a second.
Just ask you.
Yeah, I did want to mention our friends at mybetterlifescience.com. They have these home tests. So they have one for the common STDs, chlamydia, gonorrhea, trichomoniasis, however you say it. They have the HPV test. They have a allergy test, which is the one that Coach and I actually went down and did, which was fantastic. They also have one for Lyme disease. So basically, you can go to mybls.com, and Dayne will put it on the screen there, and you can actually see it, and you can get these tests. Now, the STD test is really very easy to do, and it actually comes with all the stuff you need. You have the little thing here that you put on your arm. You have the collection vial. You put the two of them together. You stick it on your arm. You tap it. The little vial fills up. Then you put it in the bag, and it's prepaid mailer, after you've registered it, and then they tell you what test you have. So the guy that came up with all this, Alan Brock, huge supporter of the Bulldogs. Guys,
big time.
You won't find a bigger fan. The guy puts his money where his mouth is. They were the ones that came up with all the COVID testing back in the day when nobody could get COVID tests. They were months ahead of it. So they were the first ones doing it. They were testing for the state of Georgia government. They're like, hey, we have to have this event with the governor. Everybody's got to get a test in 24 hours. When it first started, you couldn't get a quick test. You had to mail that stuff off. They were doing it in houses. So my point is they've taken all that testing equipment and moved it into Lyme disease, STD test, the allergy test. And again, this is a company that supports the University of Georgia. And if you were worried about something like that, you don't want to go to a clinic, you don't want to go to the doctor, you want to just do it on your own, you can go to mybls.com or the test. It'll come to you. You'll be registered, and you see the results. No one else will see them. So check out mybls.com.
The thing about this is you never know what's going to happen to you. health is something you take for granted sometimes. But if there's any doubt, these people are the pros. I mean, they've got testing capabilities, can tell you exactly what you need to be aware of. Some friends of mine have taken some tests that were not quite as conclusive as this, and they checked with Alan and found out, particularly a guy that's helping me. I had some trouble in my basement with some water damage, and his son had some issues. About he's only 4 years old, and they weren't sure about what he's allergic to, but they sent the info over to Alan and helped him right away, and now he doesn't have an issue with it. This could be history right here if we get to the edge, but Marshall runs pretty good.
They do. They can move.
We've tried twice to hit Bell and just didn't secure the backside again. I mean, by that, I mean the inside backer to this side came underneath. You can't, way too slow. I'd like to see some kind of what we call 787 block flat and try to hit the tight end down the middle on these guys because they're really safeties trying to help the corners. I think the middle of the field's open.
Also, whenever you hear people going, well, just get it outside. Well, that's what happens when you get it outside. Sometimes you don't have the support out there and you lose 6 yards. So don't try to do like me and be the couch coach, just thinking that you got to figure it out. I wouldn't think to go to the inside, but coach just explained, the middle of the field, why that's going to be an option.
Yeah.
That's why I like listening to the game with you.
And once in a while, those auxiliary plays look good, but they're outhouse or penthouse.
Exactly.
So,
that's a great way to put it.
But it's worth it. So now they got the middle of the field closed, so it won't be quite as open. So they run a screen out here. Well coached defense. These guys are where they're supposed to be. The only thing they've messed up a little bit on quarterback assignments, but very good run support. They're running to the ball, and Marshall's going to build around Coach Gibson and his staff. I mean, it's a tough place to open up.
They just gave a shout out to Tiger, Georgia, where Gunner is from, population 495. But they've had 2 recent Georgia players, Charlie Warner also.
Charlie's playing pros too.
Yeah, it's with the Falcons. Oh. Okay.
Ellis has a question for you, Coach. Says, what do you think about the possibility of running the wishbone occasionally with Gunner at quarterback?
I mean, I don't know we'll go that far, but, some predetermined quarterback power runs besides just Reed, I think we'll have some of those. Definitely. Short yardage. Coach Switzer told me, he said, if I was coaching nowadays, I'd put all my money, buy all these defensive linemen and all, and then run the wishbone and never get the ball back.
I like it.
Drew Miller with the punt.
Drew,
that's a heck of a punt. Okay.
KJ Bolden, Mr. Gunner. We lost 2 outstanding gunners from last year. Lovett made the Detroit Lions, and Arian Smith made the New York Jets as wide receivers, but part of the reason they made it, they're great special teams player. When you have 53 players on your squad in the pros, if you're not first team, you got to be able to play in some special team situations. And both of those guys made it, certainly as players, but their special teams helped them. But KJ is a tremendous all-around athlete and good cover guy.
Taylor was also down there. I almost said Arian Smith because they share. He got his number.
It'll be hard to do that against Georgia, too.
Bolden back in on the tackle. Coach, they had Chris Jones playing outside linebacker. Remember the guy that switched in the spring? Number 8 there?
Yeah. He's kind of a hybrid guy, not real tall, but we lost some good players at that position. Michael, and then the kid that transferred to Missouri.
Damon Wilson.
Gabe Harris and some of these young have we seen Mendoza in there any yet?
I have not seen Mendoza yet.
I knew they were going to try that. We were right on it.
Yeah.
I tell you, Raylan Wilson just on fire right now.
Yeah. DeMello Jones in at corner again, Coach. I know you said good things about him.
DeMello like they would Everett, I think, with Harrison.
Okay, that makes sense.
Marshall got 50 transfers. I don't know how you know all of them, Coach.
Hey, 46. 46, come here.
tell that story about Bill Peterson when he was coaching at Florida State, and he was terrible about remembering names. And we'll see what happens on this play. He's looking right at the guy. He's going to probably get a penalty for holding. Might have lined up all sides.
Yeah.
But anyhow, he's going after the game and see some recruits, and they're going up in the elevator, and he asked this kid, said, "What do you think?" And the kid said, "What do you mean, what I think?" He said, "Well, do you want to come to Florida State?" He said, "Hell, coach, I'm a third-year junior here now."
That's so wrong.
I hate that guy getting hurt, but Bill was notorious for getting names mixed up and saying words backwards, kind of like, and he said, "I'm the head coach, and don't you remember it?" Said, "We're going to fly down to Miami in a 4-plane engine, land in the lobby, and assemble in our rooms."
I remember all.
And then he said, "My name's Bill Peterman." And the last thing, he said, "I'm the head coach, and don't you remember it?"
I think that's the first time I've seen Adrian Maddox in there, Coach.
Yeah.
So he was in on that third down. Huh?
I got some Bermudas on. We do too. Everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
We're going with it's Jacoby White back.
Yep.
Kirby going to show number one a little lesson here. If you don't catch it, I'm going to.
Yeah.
Did I see where Sokovie has a
White
hyphen name now?
Yeah, Sokovie White Helton.
Good decision by him. Kirby's telling him that. He'll walk him over the sideline, put his arm around him, and tell him something. Good job. A lot of teaching there. Oh, Nick, man, he's a mega star out there in the.
Every other commercial's him.
Yeah, that's good. Nick needs to go on without his computer on the game day. I think he's reading too much. Everybody on the stand out there has got some notes and stuff, but everything he's got, he's reading it right off the computer. Hey, tell him what you think, Nick. Obviously, he thought about what he wanted to say.
Yeah, he likes to have that reminder.
But
out
I don't think that looks quite as good. We're going to be back to power football off right tackle here.
Michael Weenie in the game.
A little hezzy there from
right
Dave Frazier.
Yeah, you named it.
Yeah, Frazier looks pretty slick right now. That's like seeing him break one. This is what we call the middle eight here, the last 4 minutes of the first half and the first of the second half. And you like to get a long drive and score and then know you're going to get the ball first to start the second half out. So let's see how we matriculate this.
Little GH counter there, Coach. I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, now they're thinking, are they going to do it again? Are they going to do it again? They just straight ahead mash them. Oh, Chauncey.
You can't do that right there, son, because nobody's blocking it. But we still got that unbelievable propensity to substitute backs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, surely the guy's not tired after one carry. I like to lather him up. I like for him to look to the sideline and finally say, "Take me out." We just don't have enough people to block all those guys. You can't.
No.
Look, what's wrong with the blocking, they say, but point of attack was good.
And Ethan Barber killed his guy and drove him inside.
Yeah.
So there's another GH counter.
Coach, I have an important question for you. Do you want pizza or wings? Because I'm making our order for halftime.
Either one's fine with me. Just something to go down my throat. Catch that one.
I did catch that one.
I'd like to see somebody beside Cash in here there's Shannon. Played safety for me, and his mother and dad, great supporters. He was a high school quarterback, and we moved into defensive back the first day. Didn't really like it, but
there's nobody on London down there.
Ended up being all conference. Pressure.
Oh, I think he got hit.
I don't know what we're doing there on that route.
Yeah, that didn't make.
$56 wing. Who's 56?
That's Calhoun, isn't it?
I thought it was 70 now.
56 is Micah Morris. But he was on the he was at the left.
55 was Micah Morris.
No, that's Bo Hewley.
All right. Fake it here, Kirby.
Ooh, that was a low snap.
We got Bobo back there as a gun, as he is.
Up back. I like it. I like it.
All right, we're probably going to use our timeouts here. One thing, anybody's playing high school ball, or if they punt the ball and you down it, don't just touch it. Pick it up and hand it to the official. Because if you touch it and then walk away, the other guy their team can pick it up and do anything he wants to and fumble and everything, but it's called the rule of first touch. So he can advance it at his own risk. So always pick it up and hand it to the official.
It's not a dead ball the minute you touch it?
No.
See, I thought it was. That's why I would have been wrong.
You got to blow it dead.
Okay.
And that's just go down there and touch it. A lot of guys pick it up sometimes.
Yeah, I've seen guys just tap it and they're like, okay, it's dead, but that was my thought.
Hey, got to get some rules interpretation here once in a while.
Well, speaking of rules, the number one rule, if you are looking to buy a new or used car, is to reach out to our friends at Athens Ford. They have been a longtime sponsor of the show. I save the best to last, if you will. They have fantastic deals on new vehicles. They have great deals on pre-owned vehicles. My kind of favorite middle point is to get the certified pre-owned. There's nothing wrong with getting the new cars out there, the new Fords, the F-150, the number one selling car in America, the F-250, Ford Escape, Explorer. They have the Broncos. The Broncos are great. The Mustangs, of course, are iconic. I'm just saying, if you want to get the Clark Howard type thing or the Dave Ramsey, buying a new car, no one else has had it. It's great, but to me, the most bang for the buck is to get the certified pre-owned, where you're getting a car that feels like it's brand new, but someone else is kind of taking that initial depreciation on it. So I will be getting a new car from them, a certified pre-owned vehicle from them for my aunt. I was talking about, she's elderly. She's had a Mazda MPV that she's driven into the ground. We got to get her a new vehicle, and we need to get one that she can get in and out of easily. She's not as mobile as she was. So we're looking at all the different sizes, and you can go out there and look at a lot of their certified pre-owned vehicles, and you can try getting out, see what you like. And the test drives are super easy. They take you on a good course. So my point is, if you're getting one for when I got one for my son when he graduated high school, but if you're getting one for somebody elderly or getting one for yourself, I'm put a lot of miles in that Ford Explorer. It's about time for me to get a new vehicle, so we might be buying.
It looks good though, like you've taken care of it.
Well, they take care of it for me. My point is, if you're looking you're not sure what you need to get, and you're not really in the place to buy a new one, or you might need one just for. She's not going to be driving another 10 years. I hope she does, but we're looking what can she get that she can get in and out of, and we're going to go out to Athens Ford and check it out, and then I might decide I want something else. So. Check our friends with Athens Ford. You'll be very glad you did so. And all their new and pre-owned vehicles, or basically anything under 80,000 miles, has a lifetime powertrain warranty, whether it's a Ford or not. So be sure to check them out.
I just like how they're honest with you, because the used car market right now is just pretty wild.
Dude, me calling around looking at these things.
Yeah.
Because I think the Ford Escape is probably what she wants.
Yeah, but sometimes it makes more sense to buy new than it does used based on your situation.
Well, that's exactly. She was looking at Kias. I'm like, that might be a good idea, but I don't know. And it was actually cheaper for her, or better for her, to buy a brand new one than a used one, because the used market on those things was insane. I'm like, let's find you another option.
Minute 50 left. Georgia 21-0. We're not going to do some big halftime show. I'll bring up the stat sheet on here. We'll take a break. You get to take a break. So, Coach, I would like your thoughts just overall on this first half of how you think Georgia have looked, both offense and defense.
Well, defensively, really good job of tackling, not a lot of missed tackling, no penalties really, and just overwhelming Marshall's O-line. So Marshall's playing it pretty close to the vest. I would have thought they'd take some shots. Offensively, very, very effective, except a couple of their lost yardage plays put them behind the sticks. Had to reverse, and then passing game, the timing routes don't look that great at this point, but Stockton's having the kind of game you needed for him to have. Quarterback draw is not going to work.
Nope.
Another timeout by Kirby Smart coming up.
Look at Ellis Robinson and Justin Williams getting together.
There it goes.
Young guns.
Indeed, the timeout is
that
called.
Williams 18?
No, he's 19.
Who's 18?
18 is Elo Madozi.
That's who we want to see.
Mm-hmm.
He's a transfer from
Army.
Long arm. There's Carson.
You saw who Army lost to yesterday, right?
Yeah, that's a terrible loss.
Tarleton State.
Where's Tarleton State?
Maryland.
Is it?
Check it out. I think it's right.
He said that way too fast.
Stevensville, Texas.
Just like I said, it's in the United States.
That was what they call balderdash, where you say it with such authority that no one questions
It's
you.
Maryland County in Tarleton. But Army, that's a terrible loss.
Yeah. And it's so funny to see people go, I'm sorry that I'm promoting this or talking about this Army because I love the service academies, but how the hell are you going to lose to them? Ooh.
Oh, he stayed up.
How in the hell?
And he got the first down.
No, he didn't.
Short.
Okay.
Another timeout. Almost made it. That's an interesting name, Del Rio Wilson.
Chris Cole again, coach, right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he knocked over Gabe Harris.
That's what surprised me is that Harris wasn't able to pull him down, even though he was going down.
There was a guy here that played in Georgia, maybe his name was El Dorado Wilson. But they asked him how he got his name. He said, well, my parents named it after the place I was conceived. He was conceived in the back of an El Dorado. El Dorado. That boy right there, he's ready to go now. I like that outfit. Anxious to see how he and his girlfriend are going to do Monday night. I wonder what her role is going to be.
I think she's calling third down plays.
But they got a lot of transfers too. They paid some big money for that kid from South Alabama, the quarterback. So probably going to run some. Right here, they're going to run the hard count, try to get us offside. That's all they're going to do.
Yeah, Kirby's out there telling him it's coming.
Get him back there. Don't get a penalty. It's a hard count.
Yeah.
Late second quarter, Florida State 17, Alabama 7.
Here's the deal. Can you imagine Gus Malzahn beats Alabama again?
That would.
He got some good wins over him, but
End of the first quarter, Arkansas 10, Alabama A&M 7.
really,
Yep.
Alabama A&M's probably got their band playing. By that I mean I was doing a game over there at Birmingham one time. UAB's playing Alabama A&M, and they got a good band now. I'm telling you,
They do.
But you can imagine that stadium, the old stadium in Birmingham where they used to play the Iron Bowl.
Legion Field.
Like 80,000 people, and there's maybe 10,000 there, and they were in one little section up there. So they started playing in the third quarter, and the way the rules are, when the team's got the ball, you can't play when the ball's being snapped. And no, they played the whole third quarter. They didn't care. And they were giving it some real jive, man. I liked it. But I told our producer, I said, these guys are into it.
I've seen sometimes the stadium announcer will come out and say, hey, the band has to stop when they put the ball in for play, or when the offensive walks up to the line, and they will keep on going. I'm not saying Alabama A&M does it, but I've seen a few bands do that.
Yeah.
And now they have to throw a flag.
Let me just point this out. If you're going to run a hard count here, the worst thing you can do is come out of the huddle and try to get them up there for 25 seconds. Now watch a 25-second clock start, and they're going to try to get them all sides. You should have just stayed in the huddle here. And see that?
Yeah.
That's all they're doing. You lose the effect there. We ain't going to jump all sides.
And
I mean, he should have waited and come out the last second and done it. You gave it away too quick, Coach.
Yeah.
You'll learn that. That's a little coaching thing from the old coach.
Final score from Lexington, Kentucky 24, Toledo 16.
Toledo Rockets got a good coach in that Candle guy. He's going to be a powers coach one of these days. And Kentucky got old Calzada.
He went 10 of 23 for 85 yards and an interception.
How many years has he been playing?
All right, so we have Texas A&M We have
Between him and the guy at Wake Forest, Robbie Ashford, they've been playing everywhere.
I'm making sure I don't forget a spot here. Auburn, and then Incarnate Word, and now Kentucky.
Yeah. Well, I'd be interested to see if we got number 1 back here this time.
He's from Lanier High School in Georgia.
Yeah, Mike Bobo was high on him when he's over at Auburn. There's Humphreys out here holding this guy up.
There you go.
You got a chance here now. You got a chance, Zachariah.
Follow your block. There it is.
Should have kept running.
Yeah. Hey, you mentioned London Humphreys, Coach. He went with his guy the whole way down there, blocked him at the very end, and Branch cut back inside. He could have run off of London Humphreys' hip and still be going.
We got no timeout. He's on him. My deal right here is first down, run a screen. We hadn't seen number 10, that Williams kid, the big tight end, but
yeah, I was impressed to see Barber coming into that first drive. You know, that's Elias Williams. You're right, Coach. He's a big boy.
Got Bell in. He might be throwing him out of the backfield.
Six players have caught passes for Georgia so far.
I would really like if we could get something going there. Got Cash in.
Cash is in the backfield.
Cash is 2 feet. I was about to say, you just got to
look at that move.
Ball player.
Get up on the ball.
I mean, he just kind of walked out of the backfield and stood in the middle. There's nobody around him.
Calhoun's in a right guard. Quick out, take it.
Yep.
Oh, you got to get out.
Kirby going in on that. That's Kobe Young.
Kobe Young.
It's all right. We got throw it again. Ooh, that's a break for us. I hope the kid's not hurt, but
you can see it. When you see that calf muscle doing that crinkly thing, you can see that
cramp.
that cramp, yeah.
Boogie Trotter.
I mean, you can see.
Well,
look, I mean, there's a good view of it. It is that muscle is just twitching and curling in on itself. That Boogie is in pain. They're like, hey,
I like this right here. A lot of the players that aren't in the game are going up there to listen to what the coaches are telling them.
Yeah,
for both teams.
It's a beautiful day in Athens. 82 degrees. Humidity is not as high as it has been. Probably about 50%.
Imagine you're playing a game on August 30th.
You need to be up on the ball right now and snap it now when they spot it. Don't lose a second. My bad for interrupting there, but
that's a lot more important than what I was talking about, Coach.
Daniel Calhoun's a good-looking kid.
He's beefy.
A lot of face mask on that guy.
We got Bell down here. Might run a post route on this guy over the top.
A Lawson Lucky? Yep.
Lucky's brother Carter coming here next year, D lineman. Mike Lucky and his mother real proud of those two. Marshall keeps blitzing.
Oh.
I think he grabbed him.
I was about to say that.
He said it. He knew it. He got him. You don't realize how fast that kid is because he's so tall, but he got some quicks in him.
Yeah, the timing seems so weird, so that makes a lot of sense that it was held.
Well, I mean, it'd been right there if he hadn't grabbed his jersey.
I mean, he's taken off, and I'm like, how did he overthrow him? It didn't look. Okay. Because the way the camera wasn't on him at first, and then it was in a second. It just.
This guy's got a double name too, Clark Glover. Watch out for 63 coming in for Georgia, freshman lineman Glover, and also Cortez Smith. So we got 3 freshman offensive linemen and a 2 deep.
A lot of space down low. All right, zone kind of picked it up. Going down anyway.
Oh, go up with both hands. You got to lay out for that one. That's a transfer
he's so
from
much.
A&M.
Yes, sir. He's so tall.
think that was DJ Shockley that caught him down there.
What I like about that play, you got plenty of time here. Take a shot. Now just get the first down.
Yeah, come on. You're still pushing off on the cornerback.
I can see a screen or underneath something here to Cash again. Coach Benedict does a great job at our special teams. Cash, pick up the blitz.
Oh, he's going to run.
You can't play man coverage, Shannon. I don't know if he made the first. He's close.
I'm not sure.
Watch the right side, the left of your screen. Watch Cash Jones pick up that corner blitz. Well, he was right on it. But that's invaluable. The quarterback knows he's protecting his blind side. I mean, that's awesome.
1st and 10.
Gunner feels very in control in this game.
You got this down here one-on-one. Just throw it to him.
Go to Colby Young.
Not a real good job of head placement by Gunner there. He's looking at the receiver too quick. And you see how quick the DB reacted? You can't look at him right.
It's like what, kind of telegraphed it?
See his head there?
Yeah.
And I don't know why Zachariah jumped on that. Just keep running. We're going to see the Beamer Bowl tomorrow. Shane Beamer going against his dad's old team. They got one of the best quarterbacks in the country in Lenore Sellers. I mean,
he is phenomenal.
They lost some good defensive players, but I think they'll get after Virginia Tech.
Backers fall back.
Time to hit Cash on the underneath route.
3-man rush, plenty of time.
Rush all day.
All right, Cash.
There it is.
He's down. Don't tell me they're going to score here on that. I thought he's down.
Ooh.
Whether he's down or Cash gets a tackle.
They're calling a fumble.
Well, it's going to be under review, though.
Yeah, got to be.
That's a tough one. I don't know. What do you think? Got to take two steps.
He's bobbling it the whole time.
Yeah, that's. You got to buzz down there, SEC.
Yeah.
Those guys in Birmingham taking a break, going out and get something to eat. Let's get back to it.
Well, you can call the TV timeout and let them check it out. So see, he's still
it's close. Probably gonna give it to Marshall.
Okay.
All right, now it's officially into review.
Hard to play perfect, Kirby.
All right. Prior to that, Coach Stockton is 12 of 18 for 119 yards, and he has 7 carries for 63 yards.
That's what Marshall needed, a little juice there.
Yeah. Leading receiver for Georgia right now is Zion Branch, 2 catches for 48 yards. Oscar Delp has a couple as well, and Cash Jones has a couple. I just don't feel like he ever really had it.
Never had control over it, I didn't think. Gunner on a missed tackle. Kind of interesting. We play Austin Peay next week, and the guy that's the AD for Austin Peay that set the game up is now the AD at Marshall.
Guess he really wanted to play Georgia.
Yeah, he's like, we're going to play Georgia no matter what.
He didn't set this one up, but he did. Looking forward to him going up there and helping them out.
Halftime.
Marshall got great support. Now I'm just telling you, we got good support here too, but that incomplete.
Halftime, Coach, FSU 17, Bama 7.
You know, that game is going to be the Allied Van Line game. When Coach DeBoer gets back, it'll be an Allied Van Line in his house.
I don't know how you coaches do it. You know, you win all these big games, with a minute something goes wrong, these
so you know
crazy people turn on you.
back in the old days, coaches moved around a lot. We had this one coach that had his furniture on wheels. He moved so much he moved them around. And I think he was like, I don't know how many places he coached, but now, coaches stay. I mean, we got pretty much the same staff we had last year, right?
Yes,
Except
you
for
do.
Muschamp. And he wasn't here full time last year.
No, he was in that kind of.
I tell you know Bo Hughley at right tackle a lot for Ernest Green, particularly in this kind of situation.
I did see your Missouri playbook over here, Coach.
Yeah, we had a lot of plays because we didn't have as many players. Good protection.
Tips.
Oh,
Gunner, who are you throwing that ball to?
Zachariah Branch.
I know, but
On
I'd like to see as much zone as they're playing. More out. Oh, it's tipped.
Yeah.
So you're going to hear some griping about his short.
Yeah, I think he was intended for Branch.
There's a good chance for Peyton Woodring.
Ice the kicker.
He's going to give him a pep dog here. He's going to say, don't be offside. Don't run into the kicker. Don't.
yeah. Let's go over the rules. It's 4th and 10. We're not going to give them a 15-yarder.
So the threat of Georgia with the running quarterback, very helpful. Some of the passing, not as sharp at the moment.
Right. Well, tip passes are hard and drop passes are hard, but overall, not quite as crisp. But story about Juan, there was these 2 twins that moved into his town, and this girl went out with one of them, and one of them's name was Juan, and one of them was Jamal. And she went out with Jamal and had a date and everything, and came back, and the girl said, "What about Juan?" She said, "Well, I'll go back. Let's get this kick. How far is this?
43-yard attempt, right hash, and
Money.
Drew it in. I thought it was going to be wide right for a
Well,
moment.
It's a fade. It's
we got 3 on the 3 on the middle 8. So she went out on a date with Juan and came back, and the next day the girl said, "Well, what about Jamal?" She said, "Well, we went out with Jamal. When you go out with Juan, you've been out with them all."
Oh my God. All right, I'm leaving.
Juan in the mall.
Where's that food?
Coaching them up, Kirby, attaboy. He's saying if you step up, they're going to get their hands in your way about launching it. On that last tip pass?
Yeah. And I want to give Monroe Freeling, he was doing everything he could. He had his hands inside on the guy's chest, was working him backwards as much as he could. And,
Pugliski's giving him a pat on the back. Get another touchdown. I want to get in there,
exactly.
buddy. Are you going to bring it out?
Yeah.
Got nothing to lose.
A little pushing it back there.
I mean, this kind of feels like Kirby's dream of Georgia. It has a sizable lead, playing pretty well, but a ton to coach off of as well.
Yeah. There's another guy with Turner Bradshaw. Del Rio Wilson.
White Hilton.
Ref's giving him a little help here.
Yeah, he's like, so they're going back to long.
Our guys last night with our coach, Jamie Wilson and Aaron Ferguson was talking about the time we were riding that bus down to Furman, and one of the buses broke down. One of the air conditioners broke off and broke down, and we had to stop at a rest area. And we had this big old kid named Johnny McKee was on the defensive line. He weighed about 320. All the players on the defense got off the bus except Johnny. And I said, "What's going on with Johnny?" He said, "Coach, you can't. He's in the back." So I go back there, and you can imagine this guy's 310, 315. He's laying there in his underwear, and he's just laying back because he's sweating so bad, and he's dehydrated. He said, "Coach said somebody got to come get me and roll me out of here."
So is he dying?
He said, "You gonna let me get on the AC? I'm not getting out if you don't." I said, "Yeah, we'll put you on the other bus." So we put all the other first teamers on first bus and came back and got those guys. But we had the same thing happen to us at going to VMI, and we had let them thumb to the game. But
You were out there thumbing a ride?
yeah, the coaches. I went on the first boat, but Mickey Matthews stayed with them, and we started looking for other guys once we got there, and we had 4 missing. And I said, "What's going on, Mickey? Where are those guys?" And he said, "Well, I let them thumb. They were the last ones to leave." And we looked out there, and they weren't in the dressing room. They were out in the parking lot with tailgating with the people who picked them up.
I love it. You did
I've
tell me
told
that story
before.
You did tell me that story. I forgot about it.
A lot of
Where
good
you guys
stories at Marshall, but
All right, we need to take a break because it is halftime. We need to refuel ourselves. We expect you all to do the same. You can leave this stream up if you still have the link and want to revisit it in a few. Totally fine. We'll pull up the stat sheet on there so you'll know the stream is still live when Georgia kicks off for the second half against Marshall, now leading 24-0. We will return for that as well. With the head coach Jim Donnan and Radi Nabulsi, I'm Dayne Young. Thanks for watching the first half of the UGA Sports Watch Along show with us. We'll be back in a few after this halftime break. All right, we are back, and we are enjoying our halftime meal still in progress here. I'm sure a lot of you are doing the same. So here we go. Georgia, Marshall, 24-0 first half. Georgia's running game, very successful, especially with Gunnar Stockton. Had this long catch and run from Zachariah Branch. Defense held up strong. I think a lot of fans, at least from what I've seen in the chat, are saying that they're hoping to see a bit more cohesion, a bit more fluidity in the passing game.
Yeah.
I don't think Georgia's too concerned about that right now. There's a fumble at the end of it, but it goes out of bounds.
There comes a little toss sweep to Peanut start the halftime. We had some different people comment at halftime, and the guy from West Virginia, Morris, I can't remember his first name, wanted me to mention the West Virginia pepperoni pizza rolls, which I can't tell you how many times I had those at Geno's and a lot of different places up there. Kenny was such a good supporter of mine, and lived over 90 years old, just passed away this past year. But we used to have a show after every game, Roddy, over at his pizza place, and we'd go over there and answer questions and stuff. And part of the deal was he'd entertain all the coaches over there. We'd had some of them have a couple cold beers and stuff, but it was fun. And a lot of Coach Atkins' mother, when we go on trips, she'd make pizza rolls for everybody, and they'd have them on the bus. And
Nice.
I know Nancy Durning down here now is really good at making them. So anybody in West Virginia wants to send me some to 246 Hamilton, I'll take them.
246 Hamilton, yes.
Right
Play
there.
fake, Gunner scrambles.
Can't coach that up right there.
7-yard gain.
Slide.
What should have been a 9-yard drop.
Well, it wasn't so much the protection there. They just came with a blitz, and you can't block them all. I like to see us run a little bit more quick passing game.
Yeah. So in a situation like that, he's got that ability to break free and run, but do you want him throwing it away there instead?
No, first down, if you can make some yards. Look, you got 2nd and 3. You're going to run to the right here.
Had Branch at the backfield, and then ran it to the right, kind of through right guard.
Now Monroe Freely is hurt.
Yeah. Monroe's getting up slow.
Appreciate y'all watching, supporting our show. Share it with any of the Georgia friends in your world or people that just like the behind the scenes of Georgia analysis.
I'd like to come see some more of this tough sweep. Peanut.
Graphics
Green.
says 3rd and 1, but the refs called
Take the
first
screen,
down.
Now throw it to him.
Yeah.
Now show him something.
There goes Zachariah Branch is zooming. Goodness.
I love how he stayed on the sideline, Coach. A lot of times easy players try to cut back in on that.
Now that's when you get excited about the transfer portal.
Yep.
Seriously, right there, I'm excited about Gunnar Stockton. He had the pump and go here, and then the go wasn't there, so he came back to the original play. We got it blocked out, but watch this. The wide receiver is going to fake like he's running the screen and run a deep route up at the top, and then he's going to see how he fakes and then goes slot receiver, but he's covered. So tremendous block by whoever that slot guy was. That Bell?
That's what I got.
It looks like Bell to me.
He just mirrored that guy. So in the middle 8, we've gotten 10 points now if we make this extra point, right?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Extra point. 31-0.
There's a lot of people in that stadium right now say who their number one is. Makes you. I said something on our show on Tuesday. We have a podcast for people that don't know about it, that every Tuesday kind of preliminary talk about the game, but also about other issues. And I said he's the kind of guy that gets people up in the stands that really don't know anything about football stand up, because he's just quick. And so far today, we've seen his acceleration.
Kid can fly. Very excited what he can do. Also, I mean, he kind of had that sophomore slump. He had burst on the scene as a freshman, and didn't quite have the second year at USC, but year 3, you could just feel that he's like, look, I'm a true freshman All-American. I didn't have the year I wanted. I'm going to go to Georgia and have my year,
Yeah,
so.
good point. I was here when he was making his visit when we were practicing for the bowl game. And he and his brother both were very observant, the way they were walking around, watching the drills. You got to think that a guy's trying to put himself in that place. How am I going to fit in? Do I like the system? Look at the competition. And certainly you're looking at the money and all that. But the main thing on a transfer, though, is playing time and ability to get yourself ready for the next level. And I was really impressed with the maturity he showed when he was walking around, and he wasn't talking to everybody. He was really looking at everything. And hats off to Coach Coley. Doesn't get enough credit for sometimes things. Things didn't work out as good the first time around here, but boy, the class he's brought in when you had the freshmen and the wide receivers, because he had an existing relationship with Thomas at Texas A&M. He was a wide receiver coach there. So that was why the kid came here along with playing time. And then Branches, he recruited both of them out of high school, so they knew him and had felt good about that he was going to be a coach that they knew here. So good job by Coach Coley on that.
Coach Coley got a lot of grief last year for drop passes, and I'm like, look, we've seen him as a wide receivers coach before. This is not a guy this isn't his first time doing it. You've seen sometimes you just have a outlier, and so far so good. I mean, we heard about the contested catches that they were making in that second scrimmage. We heard about there've not been a lot of drop passes, and especially when you have a new quarterback like Gunner, when he's putting the ball in there, if they're catching it and then making plays and blocking downfield, like you said, I mean, that right. Should not have been a touchdown by no way, shape, or form. They should have been able to catch him, but he's too fast. Then the two different guys had angles on him, but Dylan Bell down there just driving his guy out of the way.
Though, man coverage. I mean, you run your guy off and then you just stay in front of him. But I'd like to see Puglisky in there pretty quick. I don't know how long they're going to wait to put him in there, but they're definitely going to give him a look pretty quick. There's Coach Coley.
I was about to say Coley over there talking to his boys. Excuse me.
Impressed with our kicking game to this point. We had a block punt and
so you're gonna start talking about special teams, aren't you?
He's got some guns on him. Look at that.
Oh, he's loaded. Again, he's not tall, but boy, he's thick. You see him out there with the other wide receivers, and he's working with Noah Thomas and Colby Young. By comparison, it makes him look even smaller. But no, he's thick.
Look at him switch the ball his outside arm. That was good too. Just doesn't have his mouthpiece in, but other than that, it's pretty good.
No, they don't use mouthpieces anymore, Coach. They don't use knee pads or mouthpieces.
Well,
it's the new thing. Oh, that was a good play.
Pretty good poise there.
Mm-hmm. I hope we're
coming back with a first teamer again. Long.
For those, I'm getting a lot of questions about Daylen Everett. Yeah, we have not seen him today. I don't think we're going to. No.
I think he got a little lower body injury, but probably going to protect him, be ready for Tennessee. Maybe next week. But Marshall gets a pre-snap penalty, which I always hate that.
Have a super chat we need to shout out. David Rothio. If I mispronounced your last name, Roddy can deduct my pay because I'm pretty sure I did.
Where's he from?
This has some French in the last name here. That's what I'm struggling with. I'll throw him on the screen here. It says, thanks to Coach Roddy and Dayne for all you do. Go Dogs. Appreciate you, David. Really do.
Thank you very much, David. And folks, for those of you that do the super chats, we don't ask for them, but we do appreciate them. Those do help our whole system a lot. We've made the transition to On3. It's a new network, and we appreciate being able to show them that, hey, we've got fans that really support us. We have fans that watch, Then we have fans that support us financially. It just means the world to us.
KC hit us up earlier with one. Was very happy with some of the explosive playmakers on offense.
There you go.
Radi got a lot of people working for him. Got a big payroll. Good catch.
I need to cut it by about 30%.
All right.
So, Coach, you're on the cutting block. I'm going to give you your papers here in a bit.
Hey, I'm just providing a place to. All I can do is $1 a day, and all I can eat free.
You start talking like that, I'm going to get a few more Yingling flights in you, Roddy, and make sure I have to take you home. Florida State 24, Alabama 7.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
How many yards Castellano got? You can't run that play.
No, you cannot. They've tried that 3 times.
Castellanos 152 yards passing, 58 rushing.
I imagine Gus Malzahn just remember, you know, he had some good wins at Alabama against Alabama, and now he's got another one.
Here's balance for you. Florida State 152 yards passing, 144 yards rushing.
Ooh, that's nice.
I don't like this play if I'm Marshall.
3rd and 16. We're
Could be a sack.
bringing everybody.
Hope and a prayer. That's all.
KJ had so much ground to cover, but he was running like his life depended on it. He really wanted that interception. He ran all the way from Buford, Coach.
Thoughts and prayers to Coach Glenn Schumann and his wife and family. The loss of her father last week. They were just so proud of their family. You know, Glenn's done a tremendous job coming here as a first-time coach. 10 years ago now, he's one of the most preeminent defensive coordinators in the country. Got a young family, 3 kids, and his wife's from Roswell over there. Just a tremendous young family. And what do you do here? Turf toe? He cramped up.
I think he cramped up. Yeah, he's.
What you get for running 80 yards, buddy?
Yeah,
that's amazing.
That cramp just dropped him like a sniper.
We got
the crazy thing is, I mean, I don't want to say it's not hot, but it's not like it has been. So, Tanner Steins.
Yeah, I can see her cutting that hedge.
Tanner and the facilities group are some of the best out there. Now, if you heard just a few seconds ago, I took the twist off on another one of the Yinglings. The good thing, we've come to find out I can have about 1 a quarter, and that's good pacing.
So you're at 5 right now, right?
Dude, I'm not saying I'm over or under. I'm saying that's what the goal or the what is allowed is 1 per quarter.
Just because you drop weight, you still have a high tolerance.
Dude,
I'm not worried about you.
I'm still sitting on number 3. If you've not had the Yingling flight, I would ask you to try one. Do it for me. You don't have to go out and buy, 24 pack or anything like that. Get a 6-pack, buy it individually. A lot of the places you can go in and get one. Just try it. The taste is phenomenal. It's only 2.6 carbs. So if you're like, hey, I don't drink a lot of beer. Well, it's the light beer. You're not going to have to be full of carbs. So if you're doing keto or Atkins or anything like that, you're not getting a lot of bread and a lot of heavy carbs. It's only 95 calories per beer. So if I have 1 per quarter, I'm only at 400 calories. That's pretty good for a freaking half the day watching football. And it's a 4.2% alcohol by volume. So again, it's not going to be some of those crazy high gravity beers that knock you out. And this is a company that they don't do a bunch of weird stuff. They support the military. They support the folks, in Pennsylvania where they started out. It's a nationwide beer. You'll see a lot of the packaging says "Let's Go USA" on it. They're very patriotic, and it's you can't beat it. The taste is phenomenal. So I can tell you about all the bells and whistles, but what I can't get across to you is how freaking good it is. So I'm asking you as a personal favor, go out and try Yingling, keep an open mind, see what you think. Try the flight. I know the Yingling's good. I've never had anybody question it, but some people, well, I don't like a light beer. They're suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Try the Yingling flight on my personal recommendation. and let me know what you think.
And also, the local distributor that has it, Leon Farmer, and his great company have been another supporter of this show forever. Among other things, UGA, he and his dad instituted the first weight training award that we had for the weightlifter of the year, and they still do it. It's a big award there. And certainly his sister, Joni, all of them are big, but they're so fired up because Leon and Becky Farmer's daughter, Brooke, is enrolled as a freshman here this year. So got a
That's
farmer
awesome.
here in UGA really fired up. The brothers up at Tennessee, unfortunately, going to graduate school. Nothing about Tennessee, but Bo's up there. But a good family. Can't say enough about the Farmers.
Gunner has to throw it away there. Hey,
I think we got to be careful here, trying to eat the whole buffet. You're not going to throw deep on these guys right now with all this pressure. Just keep running the ball and throw a little play action.
So explain that, Coach, because a lot of people are like, well, why can't you throw it? If they're pressuring, then you've got either you're not blocking right, or there's not as many guys in the secondary.
We just need to anticipate a little more on the quicker throws and maybe against man, like we did the one in the flat.
Okay, I got you.
This is where you're going to run the ball right here. Look at that run.
Oh, I think London got in the way.
David hit us with another super chat to help me with the pronunciation, and I appreciate that. He says he's from Danielsville, lives in Colorado now, and the last name is pronounced Ruthio. David Ruthio.
Ruthio's nice.
Still haven't seen the Roderick Robinson in there yet, have we?
We have
Appreciate you, David.
Thank you, David. That means a lot to us. Seriously.
I'm going to start mispronouncing everyone's name.
Yes.
Had enough stuff on the hedges here. Let's get back.
Smythe. We have John Smythe joining us.
3-man rush.
He just wanted to show the picture of the Olympics, Coach. That's what it was. When you had to go do a spring game at Clark Central.
Yeah, we didn't have the hedges in. I always like that 3-man rush because both guards can double on the center. They're going to threaten to see about this spot here.
Yeah.
God, come on.
I knew I was like, snap the ball fast.
It's a runaway game.
Coach, folks in the chat are wanting to know, when do you try to begin to get a backup quarterback in for reps? So, like, what's the calculus go into that decision making?
Well, it just all depends on how good he is and how much you feel about him. If you feel real comfortable with him, I'd go with him pretty quickly. Like I mentioned, one more series, but you also want to keep building Gunner up. So who's not played a lot, right? I mean,
yeah.
So definitely like to get a deal where he's not running the clock out. Did he drop this ball?
That's what they're looking at, not the spot.
He did.
He did.
He trapped it.
Well, they're going by the rules, unfortunately.
How dare you use the rules? Well, I don't know. He did kind of look like he might have locked it against his leg too.
One of the things I always tell a guy on a routine catch, when there's any doubt, get up real quick and hold the ball up like he made a miraculous catch. Put the pressure on. But back then, we didn't have instant replay.
Yeah, instant replay. You got to sell it sometimes, Coach.
Yeah.
You got to sell. Hey, I know what I'm doing.
Is that Javon Wims there?
Yes, sir. Javon Wims is back as a graduate assistant for the Georgia Bulldogs.
Always like it when ex-players come back.
Mm-hmm.
If you're wondering, Indiana 27, Old Dominion 14. Fernando Mendoza, who Georgia looked at in the transfer portal, had some discussions with, 18 of 31 for 193 yards.
Yeah, I think Mendoza might have come here if Beck hadn't got hurt, but he got a chance to see Gunner play in the playoff in the championship game and felt like he was going to be the guy, so he went to Indiana. Kind of interesting deal there. His brother is a backup quarterback. Well, that's why you got to kick it.
Yeah. All right, so what does that give Georgia on? Georgia's 3 of 10 on third downs, 2 for 2 on fourth down tries.
What I mentioned there, see Bobo back there. He makes the calls for our center makes the calls for this wedge back here as far as the protection. See him make the snap count there, and it's pretty good at center making the calls.
Coach, you think the Sooners can cover the 40 against Illinois State?
I hope so, just because they're due. I mean, they had such a tough year. They got that transfer quarterback in from Washington State that everybody's talking about, John Mateer, and gonna be a lot of Donnans at that game tonight. My daughter Tammy went out. My granddaughter Peyton's having a birthday this weekend. Happy birthday, Peyton! And so they're all celebrating it. And my grandson Grant will be there, but my other two on Todd's side are out of town. They'll all be there next week. They got Michigan next week coming into Norman, so it might be game day there. Interested to see how that Bryce Underwood plays for Michigan.
Oh, yeah, that is number 1 player in the nation.
What I'm hearing about him is he's a real deal.
Oh,
he got paid like it.
There's a great example there, jumping up and to catch the ball. What are you doing, son? Why would you jump to catch a ball in your stomach?
I think you just get so excited the ball's coming to you.
Name's Norton. Old Jackie Gleason would say, "What are you doing, Norton?"
Yeah. Hey, Norton.
Hey, Norton. I like the poise this kid's got for Marshall. He doesn't seem to be flustered by it. Ooh, nice run.
That was a good run.
You guys got some jets. Number 9 for us. Who is that? Is that
9's Chris Cole.
Yeah, Cole. Okay.
On offense, it's Ethan Barber.
See if we can stop him here on third down one time again.
I'm having to relearn some numbers. I am not in midseason form on the numbers.
I think they're probably going to run some kind of quarterback keep here in a minute. There you go.
D. Mark wants to know, I know it's early in the third, but why are so many starters still in? You want them to get playing time. You don't want to get to Tennessee and have them play 2 quarters of ball. Because next week's not going to be more competitive either.
The score looks like they shouldn't be, but they really hadn't played that many snaps, and we've alternated a lot. So,
yeah,
we want to just get a feel for all the players. So, we probably played 25, 30 players on defense.
And that was Justin Williams, number 19, in on that snap.
I know we played 2 deep on the front, and then in the back end, you played 3 corners and 4 safeties. So there's a lot of players playing. So, but what he means is maybe don't let any first teamers go back in there.
That's kind of my thought too. I mean, we're all worried a little bit about Juan Gaston. You're worried about you've seen guys cramping up. It's like just bring them all out, but.
Well,
you do have to get them a little frothy and let those guys get some snaps, and they'll play.
Here's a substitution for you, because Sokovia White-Helton is in to return this kick instead of Zachariah Branch.
Yeah, they did that earlier. Zach's cramping up.
Yep.
And Sokovia White is a hell of a ball player, so let's see him get a free shot to.
Good call. Way to get him off.
I saw where Nitro Tuggle had 3 catches at Purdue today.
Did it good for Nitro. Greatest football name of all time, pretty much.
Boilermakers. There's their show.
Yeah, cheaters. We could use a lawyer, coach, to sue them.
I agree.
I know one.
He's good.
Yeah. Jeff Dean, want to mention Morrison Dean again. This is a company that they take on some pretty interesting cases. Like they've had some severely burned individuals who were a hot water heater exploded, and those people got burned. And then there was a lady that had some severe brain injury because she got hit by a truck, one of the big trucks. And sadly, they do a lot of wrongful death cases too. So they were representing a trucker that was run off the road after was injured. He was run off the road by another vehicle, so he got hurt pretty bad, and they take him on. And these are people who are dead or who have brain injuries or who've been burned, scalded, and the pain out of that is just awful. It's changes your whole life. So how do you can't work anymore? You've got ridiculous medical bills. You've got to change your whole life. So how do you handle that? Well, you call Morrison Dean. Jeff Dean takes care of it, and you get squared away. They've had a bunch of dog bite cases, and there's one woman that was injured by 2 English bulldogs, and quite a few UPS drivers that have been attacked by dogs, and they just settled another one. So my point is, reach out to morrisondean.com, reach out to Jeff Dean, and again, our condolences to the loss in his family. He's a huge Georgia fan. He goes to all the games. He travels to games. This is a Georgia guy, and if anything, you let him know that you're a Georgia fan, he's going to work 10 times as hard, if it is even possible, to take care of you, because Georgia fans take care of Georgia fans.
So we're suing the Mannings? Is that what I
We're
hear?
suing the Mannings for stealing our watch-along idea.
Tough day for the Mannings.
Bastards. Yeah.
I think I got a lot going on today.
Right. Well, you hit them when they're down.
Yeah.
You don't hit them when everybody be mad at us going, why are you going after the leading Heisman candidate? Why are you going after his family? Now they're all mad at him. They're like, yeah, I hope you soak those rich bastards. So,
so you're taking the distraction route here. They're not going to see this coming.
They're not going to see it coming.
We may can get some of that Omaha money.
And they want to settle fast, knowing they stole our idea. So
yeah.
I'm just guessing what Jeff Dean's approach would be, So, I hope he sends them a cease and desist. So we'll knock him out.
Georgia will be back at home next week, same time against Austin Peay. The home schedule doesn't start out as very special for Georgia. It turns very quickly after Alabama comes into town.
He gets pretty damn good.
Austin Peay, the Governors.
Austin Peay, the Governors. Wonder if Brian Kemp will be on hand.
So, what's that score of Florida State?
24-10. Alabama just scored a touchdown.
Much time left?
Yep, Alabama just scored a field goal. Let me correct myself. Halfway through the third quarter.
I'd like to see start hitting Kobe, Young, and Taylor Thomas.
Yeah, we haven't seen a whole lot of those.
There we go. Peanut.
Peanut's having a day. I love it.
He goes north and south for a scat back.
I was about to say, normally you see those guys, they're trying to cut, they're trying to juke a guy, but he's just like, hey, I'm going to accelerate forward.
He's up to 49 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Leading rusher that's not named Gunnar Stockton.
Barbour.
Yeah.
There's Colby.
You gotta like that, Coach.
Yeah.
My goodness. He's not easy to bring down.
Little subtle play there. They put a tight end shift and then a motion back across really screwed up the formation, and he ended up being open.
Amari Carmichael said, I'd like to see some downfield passes to Younger Thomas. There you go. Needed you to say it earlier.
Look at the legs on that dude. Jeez. Well,
Here comes drop roll again. Get down.
LSU Clemson tonight, Coach. Who you got?
I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. It's whichever coach loses. He's going to get a lot of scrutiny because both of them are kind of trying to make it again. But, it's hard to win there. But South Carolina's won the last 2 times they played. But
Jaden Riddell's in, Coach.
This could be history right here. I mean, you just can't understand how fast that guy is. I mean, looked like he was going to get hit, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Is he fastest on the team?
Yeah.
I like having Noah Thomas and Jaden Riddell on that side and just letting those two guys block.
Very good, smart block there.
Yeah. Between Dylan Bell, Noah Thomas, Jaden Riddell, and you're going to let that guy run into the
He's
field
gonna end
side.
up holding on to it again and scoring, I believe.
Kind of had a reverse option there with Humphreys going back to the backfield.
Well, they like to do that just to get the defense thinking they might be, come up so fast. But, we look organized as far as, I mean, obviously we should be, but the tempo, there's not a lot of uncertainty out there, They look like they look confident and not any pre-snap penalties either, like motion and offside and lining up wrong. And we run a myriad of formations. Tight end's probably going in motion here.
Frazier in. Oh, gave to Nate. Oh, I thought he had it.
Down to the 2.5.
We were on that 9-yard line, the one I hate the worst on 3rd and goal, first and goal.
You know what the new in phrase now? Because you know how everyone talks about the wide receiver room or the whatever room. The new phrase everybody likes to throw around now is the high red zone and the low red zone.
Yeah, well, that's a good way to do it. Depends on where you are.
Yeah. So you don't like that the high end of the low red zone is what you don't like.
You can maybe throw a pass here.
Cash in there. And it's going to be a timeout, Marshall.
Yeah.
They messed them up on the formation there.
Yeah, they were nice. He's like, wait a minute. We got two guys. We don't know where we're going here.
Barry J asked, where's Roderick Robinson? Haven't seen him play in this game. In terms of running backs, it's been Peanut, Frazier, Chauncey Bowens has had 4 carries, and Cash Jones has been in there. Mostly passing situations. Did have 1 carry early in the game.
I do want to mention that on our Tuesday show a few weeks ago, Coach mentioned that Dwight Phillips, Peanut, was actually coming on pretty well. And I didn't realize he was going to get this many carries. I had no clue.
Overall balance for Georgia, 188 yards passing, 183 yards rushing. 3 of 10 on 3rd down. They'll want to improve that. Marshall 0 of 9 on 3rd down. So Georgia's defensive efforts on 3rd down have been good. Wayne Kirkland asked about Bo Walker. Same thing. Haven't seen him in this game.
That's
This
going to be more
is a zone read. He's either going to hand it to him or keep it. He should have pitched it, but
oh, yeah, that was.
I'd rather see him run that to the right so he can pitch it easier. But good job by Amin. He might know Jamal and
Well, if you know,
Juan.
yeah, if you know him, you know him, Jamal.
Going for it on 4th down.
56 power is what I like to see here, but
Running that boundary there.
Back of the end zone, London Humphreys.
good poise by
He needed that. He needed that pass.
that's really good poise by Gunner looking off the left and coming back. Vanderbilt transfer. We had two wide receiver transfers in there, Kobe Young and Humphreys.
Oh, half
He's
the
so
room is
excited.
back.
Look how excited he is.
He scores a touchdown in the first game every year.
Yeah, that's true.
Had one against Clemson last year.
He was wide open too. Great job working that.
You can't cover him all day, but that was
That's what
very
I'm saying. He's
I
like
would have thought they. I mean, I'm happy about it.
that's 3 for 3 on 4th
You
down.
got to have Pulisky in there now.
Now, some people in Vegas are beginning to look at this and say, don't park the bus just yet.
Don't what?
Don't park the bus.
Because of the
They-
line.
they need another field goal.
They need 3 more points to.
No, it's 38.5.
What if Kirby would have gone for 2 there?
Conspiracies.
That would have been great. Everybody in America going, what the hell, Kirby?
I've told this story before, but I got to tell it. We're playing Kansas on national TV, And back then they used to pick the games at the last of like a special every week, and there weren't many games, so Kansas was terrible, and we were playing them at Kansas, and so the line was like 57 or something. It was like an unbelievable line, and we had the ball, and Switzer took every time he would take a bunch of supporters on the trip, the people that backed their program, and sometimes they put little friendly wagers on the game. And, so we had the ball on the 4-yard line with like 3 minutes to go, and this third team back decided he's going to try to jump over the pile, and that would have made it. We would have made the line, but he fumbled on the 2-yard line.
Oh,
so I mean it's less than 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So you figure that maybe KU's going to run the clock out, and we got everybody on the second, third team defense. And this kid from over in Edmond, Oklahoma, I can't think of his last name. They throw the ball out in the strong flat about 10 yards down the field, and he jumps up and makes a one-hand catch and walks it in the end zone. And those guys are doing cartwheels in the stand because we covered the line. It was a miracle cover.
that's that same run that worked earlier, Coach.
That's the way Coach Switzer used to base the lines on the game on how good the other team was. 9 o'clock on Sunday night, if the line was low, he'd say, these guys must be pretty good. Well, there's a lot of new quarterbacks around.
Justin Green in the line on the defense.
I'll give a shout out to C.J. Carr. He's the grandson of Lloyd Carr, who's among my favorite coaches as far as friends of mine that was a coach at Michigan. He used to be an assistant coach. He actually went to Missouri, and he lost his wife, Lori, about the same time Mary passed away. And but he's so proud of that kid. He didn't go to Michigan. He went to Notre Dame. So his grandson's playing tomorrow night against Carson Beck and the Miami Hurricanes.
That'll be a great game.
That's who I was just talking about. Justin Green gets in there with the tackle.
Probably should have
I
been.
probably need to talk about our players a little bit.
No, I'm just saying I was happy for a freshman to get in there.
3rd and 7.
We got another corner down here.
Redshirt freshman.
This could be a pick. Small Munden's number 2 is out. Did he make the Eagles?
That was Zion Branch, number 2.
Did
Did
Small make the Eagles?
I
think so, because I tweeted out a picture of like 7 different guys that made it. Like, Coach, that was Maurice Hayes at cornerback.
Really?
Yeah, good job at Eagle Eye there.
What's his last name?
Hayes. 16, Maurice Hayes out of Perry.
This old guy's had a few punts today. How many is this? 8 or 9?
He's been booming them.
Get up closer. He's not kicking the ball very far. See if he can catch one on the run, take it back.
This will be his 9th punt. Coach already knew. I don't know why I've looked. Munden did make the Eagles.
Seriously, we've had people on the punt return team playing more than some of the defensive players.
That's true.
How about Florida playing Long Island?
They're going to win like 70-0, and people are going to move them up in the rankings to about 6.
They got a schedule, though. I mean,
yeah, that's. Do you know they face like 455 either 4-star or 5-star players this coming season? Shout out to Dog Stats for putting that on the board.
We might have a second team center in there now.
If you want to stay up late tonight, you can see Georgia Southern play at Fresno State.
Here comes Ryan Pughuse.
Michael Weeney's in there, Coach, and Jamal Merriweather.
Let's go, Ryan.
Oh, Chauncey Bowens with a big gap there.
Oh, C.J. Wiley out there.
CJ wasn't moving as fast as Bowens was. They're going to come after him, but
Well,
I love CJ Wiley.
He didn't get a holding penalty or anything. It wasn't
Yeah.
close to it. But sometimes you just need to be in the way.
Yeah.
He's going for it.
He looked down there. You saw it. I saw what you did, Coach. He's like, "Ooh, I'm going deep." Nah, he tucked it back down.
Bowen's pretty physical.
I was really excited. It was on that first drive. They threw it to him.
He was committed to Florida, and Coach McGee just stayed with him and sold him on the fact that our program was going to be more consistent, which he was right.
Yeah.
And he's going to be big help.
Bowens is so tough.
Ooh, that's pretty sweet right there.
Tough run.
Is that Bo?
That's Bo Walker. Yes, sir.
Someone in the chat had asked for him. There you go.
Little juice there. Marshall saying, "Good God, these are second, third team."
Yeah. Hey, Bo's gonna be. This is my first carry.
Look at these big old Chilardos. There's old Riddell coming around too. I can see him throw one to Riddell now. 23's got some jets. He's been over 22 on the GPS tight end.
They had him lined up at fullback earlier too. It looked like
It's an odd number for a tight end.
Another pass knocked down. Shannon Marston's smart though. When he's defensive coordinator for Marshall, saying when the quarterback looks quick and you can't get the rush, just stop and get your hands up.
Coach Big Jazeer Jackson's out there at left tackle.
Between him and Juan, Juan's 6'8", he's 6'9", isn't he?
I want to see what they have him listed officially. They have him at 6'10", but 6'9" is plenty.
Is that Cortez Smith at center?
Jackson,
I heard you predicted a second team line. Let's see if it's right.
He did warm up as a second team center. And I see Jamal Merriweather in there, and
looks to me like it's 50 something. I hope he put 63 in there too. Glover, let's watch him. This guy's got a good arm.
That's Cortez Smith. It's 50.
Yep.
Great run, Pukes.
I was going to ask you, Coach, about Puglisi's running ability. We've seen what Gunner can do. He's
not the runner there, but in that situation, there's a dual threat, a dual call. If they take quarterback draw or throw, and if they pressure, you can run the quarterback draw, and that's what he did. He made enough there. It looked a little bit like Beck there. Kirby on the field there. He doesn't like something, but I guess
he'll let him go to the fourth quarter here.
This is the hardest part about being a coach right here. You want your team to continue to look good and analyze them, but you don't want to run the score up. You got a lot of respect for Coach Gibson and Marshall, but these guys have been practicing. You want to analyze them and everything. You got to let them. It's up to the other team to stop you, really. It's just
might want to run it up to 40. That's all I'm saying.
Hard deal.
It is a hard deal, and normally when Georgia's
defensive coordinator for them was the Jets coordinator that's on TV now, who, his dad was a coach and everything. What's the name? Buddy Ryan, Rex Ryan. And they were running that Buddy Ryan defense and we were gashing them. Well, anyhow, the score was 63-0. First punt we got. And we go out there. and they don't cover one of our wide guys. And we had put my son Todd as a searchlighter because he was a backup quarterback freshman to make those decisions and all. So he calls freeze, throws it out there for a 60-yard touchdown, and we go up 70-0. And the guy on the other side, Cole Proctor, was a head coach, a good friend of mine. He's holding his hands up.
Yeah, like, what are you doing, you jerk?
And after the game, I said, "Look, Cole, we had that check on. I'm sorry, but that was the first time we had a chance to do it, and they did it." And he said he's okay with it, but it wasn't real good. It didn't look good faking a punt up 63-0.
Yeah.
I've had coaches,
but you got to practice it,
I've had a couple talking about running plays up. Might as well tell some stories. We're in a press box at Colorado one time, and they sent a message down from the other coaches at Colorado. Coach McCartney was a coach, and he asked if we wouldn't throw the ball any and run the clock down. And they sent the message down to me, and I called down to Switzer. And Switzer said, "Yeah, you tell them to stop blitzing." And so I sent another note down there and said, "If y'all play vanilla, we'll just run the fullback and get out of here." And so they did, and we ended up running the clock out. And then another time, I was walking out on the field over there at the facilities building at Marshall, and the coach from Chattanooga, Buddy Nix, was standing over there in the tunnel on the other side, and he waved at me to come over there. Let's see what Kirby has to say here.
His legs, his composure, his willingness to make plays with his legs, and he made some good reads, helped us out.
Other side of the ball, defensively dominating. What's been the best part of their performance?
Tackling, doing it by committee. A lot of guys playing hard, getting off the field on third downs.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Crowd stayed for the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they usually do the first game of the year, especially when the weather's nice.
Look at that throw.
Woof. Like that.
Blackshear.
Guy's got an arm. But anyhow, Buddy Nick said, "Hey, coach said, if there's any way you can cut it back on us," I really said, "We're just undermanned." And I said, "Okay, just don't blitz." And so we ran the clock out.
That's nice
my
of you.
two
That was very
stories
nice
about
of you.
running the score up. He's going to hand it to him over left tackle. No, he's going to throw it again.
Oh, nice. Elias Williams, a tight end.
6'7", tight end.
And Georgia covers.
Nothing like your first touchdown as a first catch as a Georgia player last week. Pretty obvious, got some pretty good looking freshman there. How about Puglisi? Got the Tommy gun in.
Hey, we already have a quarterback controversy now. Got the guy that can gun it.
If we don't, the dog vent does.
Nah, that's. I mean, they're going to. Your team's exhausted. I get it, but yeah, he does have a hell of an arm. I love this kid.
I hate to put Gunner back in there to hold for extra point. That's the only time I ever got hurt in college. Down at Florida State, a guy ran into me when we were kicking a field goal. Broke a rib.
Oof. How long did it take you before you could breathe right?
Coach came and picked me up. It was right at the end of the half, last play of the half. He said, "Don't let them see you're hurt."
Screw that. I am hurt.
When at halftime, they gave me some kind of pill, and I was high the whole second half. And after the game, it was history.
Man, that lower tab is something else, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's what they give you when you get your teeth taken out, your wisdom
One
teeth.
of the best calls I ever made against Florida State. We're playing them, and they got a really good defense. The week before, they had just beaten, upset a team. They beat Alabama or somebody, and so they were like number 3 in the nation, and we're playing down there, and they had this Will linebacker that was just unbelievable. And for some reason, when we put a guy in motion, he would run out. So I made a play in the huddle and put him in motion, put our back in motion and handed it to our fullback. He ran all the way to the Biscayne Bay. Coach Edwards said, "Where'd you get that play?" I said, "Well, we just made it up, Coach."
He's so wrong.
Good tackle there. Is that Cole Spear? 83.
83 is Cole Spear, yes, sir.
How about Kirby Smart going for his 32nd straight home win? A lot of difference in this game opening year in Nicholls State 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Gunnar Stockton's final stats will be 14 of 24 for 190 yards passing, 2 touchdowns passing, 10 carries, 73 yards, 2 touchdowns running. That's 4 total TDs.
24 is who?
I don't know, I was looking up 96. That's J.J. Haney, the true freshman.
24 corner.
Dominic Kelly.
So we got Kelly in there, and there's missed tackle there by who's that?
Rayshawn Dinkins.
Yeah.
Warner Robbins.
Zion Branch in the game.
You know, I'm not worrying about cover and all. I like to see Marshall mount a little drive here. Just get some confidence. And got their third quarterback in there now. He's the one that played at Jacksonville State, I think.
Namandi Ogboko at the zero technique, coach. And Josh Horton, it looks like if I'm not mistaken, that's the
tackle.
No, I'm sorry, that was Elijah Griffin, not Horton. I thought Horton might have been at the 3 technique.
Get him in there, Kirby.
Mendoza's going in on that punt coverage, coach. He's already on special teams.
Got one more down for the punt.
That's giving out his getting in on third downs.
I don't figure out when to figure out when to put the pom-poms up in there. That's pretty good. They're pretty coordinated. He pushed off.
He did. Just a little bit.
I'm glad he gave it to him.
DeMello Jones on the coverage.
Can't sit down, DeMello.
He just shoved him the hell out the way.
Just play Kirby on like that. Where's this Kelly kid from?
Kelly is from St. Petersburg, Florida. IMG Academy. I'm sure where he was prior to that. I need to look that up.
So who's Marshall got next week? I hope it's somebody they
can feel better about, yeah.
Missouri State.
All right.
And then Eastern Kentucky.
They put the linebacker out in the ran the draw right there in Kirby.
Yep. Yeah, he's like, yeah.
He played Eastern Kentucky in the playoffs one year, and Roy Kidd was the coach, and very good all-time winner up there. And standing out there before the game, you know how you talk to the other team's coach and everything. And really said Eastern Kentucky. And Roy's telling me, he said, I just want to tell you right now that our pregame meal was terrible. He said, did you have anything to do with that? And I said, what are you talking about? He said, well, it looked like they were sabotaging us. Had terrible service, and some of it's cold and all that. I said, Coach, I got enough problems without worrying about what you guys are eating. I said, that's up to you. I said, but in case you want to know, ours was really good. We beat him like a tom-tom. After the press conference, his wife came up. Uh-oh.
Nazir Johnson was in the game.
Nice throw and catch. This boy's going to get some juice there. After the game, his wife came over to me and told me she appreciated us not running the score up on him. But I really thought we were.
And that's twice they've gone after Sean Dinkins. Touchdown.
Well, you owe it to your other fellow teammates if you're going to get in there to play better than those guys, but maybe they got a holding penalty.
Kirby Smart working with Chris Jones.
First year we played Eastern Kentucky at home. My first year, absolutely the worst call besides Jasper Saint's call I've ever had in coaching. Knocked us out of the playoffs because we weren't really a playoff team, but we had them beat. And this side judge called us for being lining up offside, and we got a turnover and had the game sealed, and wasn't even in the neutral zone hardly. And I chewed his ass all the way from almost out to the parking lot after the game, and the commissioner called me about it, but it was terrible. And every time I could blackball him from that point on, I did.
Well, we don't want him on our game anymore.
You can't really decide that, but you can at least tell him you don't want him.
Yeah.
It was awful. Yeah, we lost two games on the last play of the game that year.
That's
First year I was coaching just because of trying to get organized.
heartbreaking though.
Georgia Southern brought their own officials up there. By that I mean they weren't a established league team then, and so they got their officials out of Atlanta for home games and then neutral site games if they played somebody like us. And so the referee called in the grass, which is a pro call. You never heard of that before.
I've not heard of that.
He called in the grass, and we ended up losing that one too. So between that one and Eastern Kentucky, would have been nice. Virginia, I don't know about Virginia now. They need to start making a move.
Yep. While we have a break in the TV here, let me talk about our buddies over at my Better Life Science. If you think about it, it's in the name. It's called Better Life Science, and of course they have their the Lyme disease test. And the thing, when Coach was talking about the fact that these tests sometimes are more accurate than the ones you have done in these quick clinics. Lyme disease is tough. Lyme disease is tough to nail down, and you can get a lot of issues with that. So, but these guys know what they're doing. So, if you're worried about Lyme disease, that's one to check. Also, of course, I do want to mention the at-home common STD test kit for the 3 most common STDs, and you get to test yourself in the comfort of home, or you can have your partner, if you're a little suspicious, have them take the test to prove it. Again, you register the test. The explanation book that shows you how to do everything is super simple. It shows you how to take the sample and exactly what to do, how to clean the area, how to get it. And when you first put on the little patch, it says, hey, something might not happen for the first 1 to 2 minutes. It takes about 5 minutes for it to do it. And if you didn't know that, if they didn't warn you, you'd be like, this isn't working. And you're wanging your arm and poking yourself again. Point being, the instructions are very simple. They're very accurate. And you collect your sample, you ship it in, then you receive your results. One of the best things I like about what my BLS does is a lot of these places, they send the results to your doctor, and you wind up talking to your doctor, and it gets incredibly complicated. And you're like, I don't understand exactly what the hell he was saying. Or if they do send you the results, you need to take them to the doctor for them to decipher it, to be able to tell you. These guys write it so that when you get the response, you understand what's going on. It's not
You get it back
confusing.
quick too.
Yeah, so check out My Better Life Science.
Worth it if you. I mean, I'm
You need to
just
save
telling
your
you,
lives, your
you
kids'
need to
lives.
know. You need to know what's wrong with you. If something's wrong with you, I can tell you exactly. I mean, I just got out of the hospital and I had this mysterious disease. Wouldn't have got. If I got tested again, I probably would have found out. We did 2 years ago.
Yeah, well, we went down there 2 years ago for the allergy test. They tested us for over 270 different allergens.
Tell you what,
Touchdown, Alabama.
fortunate to have the medical people we have in this community, and I'm sure it's the same way everywhere. It was when I was up in Marshall. I had tremendous care. And, you just don't want to take that for granted because you don't want to guy to like you keep the coaching record and the coach's record where they lost a couple. You want a surgeon's record, really one and lost one. As a player right here. I got a chance to watch him in high school up there against Coach Muschamp. Oof. I have a third team quarterback in there. Is that Montgomery in there now? What number is he? 15? I was still got a few.
I was gonna say,
The only good thing about them scoring that is we're probably going to open it. This guy right here again could play for a lot of.
Ooh.
Not a real good read there.
that was not kept that one. He'd still be going.
I figure something might be wrong with Rod Robinson. A little slow on the pull there.
Big old Jaw Jackson. I'm happy that I nailed Cortez Smith being the backup center. True freshman coach.
Guy got an arm.
Woof! There goes Sokovie White.
Got old Heinrich in there.
Yeah.
South Florida. Good. It's really good velocity.
Kid can sling it.
Good for his morale, get some reps. I'll screen out here one of these guys. Hanging up on the run, you need a lead blocker. Amazing how tall these second team linemen are.
I was just looking down the list: 6'4", 6'5", 6'6". Of course, big boy there, Jaw Jackson, listed as 6'10", but still.
You don't see many guys that tall.
Didn't even play football in high school, coach.
Right.
He's trying to run clock.
Run the clock.
Great minds think alike on that one.
Bo Walker's really not that short. That guy's.
Yeah, I know. It makes it look like he's a third grade. Let's see.
Like these pictures of that tall Chinese basketball player.
You know what I mean? Go to Colton Heinrich.
He wasn't set. A little bit. He got some mustard on that one.
Yeah.
When we're done with this show, we're going to allow Coach Donnan to go up and watch his Sooners or the end of Alabama or go on a jog or whatever he wants to do. But Roddy and I will have a post-game overreaction show. You'll give us a few minutes. I'll get us launched from here. Roddy will change locations, and we want to hear from you. You can tell us what you think about how Georgia looked in its first game.
If I could go on a jog, I'd do it. I'm just glad I'm walking. My biggest deal is hope I can get up the steps. Nice fun job by this kid. Second over here. Sloppy blocking the back. Coach Gibson gets get on him about that. Marshall's got some guys that play hard. And
They do. I mean, they haven't given up yet. They're still trying to do their thing.
remember this, and he'll be the coach. Or have guys playing or anything. Not one player worth 15 yards. Careless. Letting your team down. So the other story that they told last night was about when we were going to go to commercial with.
Do that. I was going to mention our friends over at Equity Prime Mortgage, a new advertiser for our company. A fantastic company in, I say, they're in 47 states, but, they're over here in Georgia, like where basically the home office address, 5 Concourse Parkway, in the Queen Building. The Queen Building, how cool that place is, that whole area over there. Omnio, the DoubleTree over there is very nice as well. They do put their clients first. And the first step to getting a great deal is to work with the right people. I've met a lot of the staffers from Equity Prime Mortgage, and they are fantastic people. I remember they were just taking care of us. Like, what do you need? What can I do for you? And this was like, we're here to watch a game. They're like, well, can I get you something to eat, something to drink? I mean, hey, sit in my seat, because my seat, I might have a better view. They really just follow themselves, take care of you. And we had no business in front of them. They're just good people. So when you're looking for that corporate culture, that you can be excited about, well, you'll find that at Equity Prime Mortgage, and that carries over into. Chick-fil-A could take lessons from these guys. They have the funds to do great. They're not trying to gouge you and stuff like that. They're trying to get you the best deal because they know that if they can save their borrowers money, they're going to gain a lifetime client. They're not trying to. They don't want to just a one and done and cycle through people, try to get as much money as they can. They want to work for you and take care of you, and then they know that you will come back. And it's we scout our folks. We have people. I put out a note on the board saying we're looking for sponsors. We still have a couple spots left, but we've had some people reach out to us and say, "Yeah, I'd love to be a sponsor of your show." And I'm like, I can't sit here with a straight face and say how much I like your company. So we tell them that we're busy or full or something like that. But Equity Prime Mortgage, I guarantee you will not find a better group of folks out there. They're here for you if you need anything. They will make it right. They will do everything they can to make it right. They are independently owned, domestic and centralized, meaning that the quality and efficiency are monitored very closely and constantly being improved. I guarantee you they do what Kirby Smart does after every transaction, every quarter, every week. And like, what do we do right? What do we do wrong? And how do we fix it? So check out Equity Prime Mortgage when you get a chance.
Didn't say enough about what they've given UGA. A lot of
big tackle
a
there.
lot of the players out there would tell you that too.
They're all buying houses now.
Well, I mean,
That's a
very great supporter, but take care of the ball back here. That was Mr. Marshall giving the score.
shout out to the Georgia fans and the students that are there in the up 38 in the fourth quarter, still cheering their dog.
What time's that game tomorrow? Or next week, I mean.
3:30.
Very, very good tackle there by Corey Thomas.
Put his shoulder in his spleen, coach.
So the first year that we were at a new stadium, we didn't have a dressing room or building down there. And so there's John, isn't it?
ESPN analyst for U.S. Open.
John's getting in a College Hall of Fame tennis this game. And on with Coach Diaz and Coach.
Ooh, look at Jordan Thomas driving that guy backwards.
Coach Wallace.
Coach Wallace, quarterback draw there. But anyhow, so we didn't have a place for anybody to dress or anything, so we dressed over to Coliseum. But for halftime, they had like a tent down there, and then between each, just a little cloth. Good throw. Fishing between, and had some porter potties in there for the players. And so we had this guy that played for me, captain, who passed away a few years ago, but Phil Ratliff. It was a very quiet guy. You got to remember that. And comes up to me about halfway through the halftime, and he's an offensive guard, man. You don't need to have guards coming up to talk to you. And he was from right there near Huntington over there in Kentucky, real country. Coach, they're going to run that linebacker through the B gap in the second half. I said, what are you talking about, Phil? I said, they never run a linebacker through the B gap the whole year. I'm telling you, they're going to do it. And I said, how do you know that? He said, well, I was in the porta potty and I was listening to their coach talk.
I love it. My favorite story. Just the way things line up sometimes.
He listened to him. Tunnel screen. Way to come up.
Zion Branch dropping them.
Are they twins or not?
No, I think Zion's the older brother.
Hard to get two names with Z.
I got a Jihad, Jamil, and Jamal in my family. But the Jihad and Jamil are twins. Ooh.
That was get rid of it. I don't care where.
That's a big boy in your face. Good Lord.
Who was that?
I don't know. They went zipped down the.
Oh, you're not really doing too much on their cover. Hopefully, don't get to 40. Let's get some turnover.
It's so hard to assess Marshall's roster after this game and what their chances are to do something this year. They were so good last year, but this team is in no way the same team at all.
Yeah, you got to get used to this on the running game, and definitely know the guy can punt. Probably set the school record for it.
Yeah. But 10 or 11.
He's at least 10 punts. Like Bobo could let Publicity keep going and no telling how far. Pulling hard for Georgia State tonight, Coach McGee and Jess Sutherland and Coach Durning and Georgia people coaching over there, and going against the hottie toddy boys from Ole Miss.
Big Coach McGee fan.
Do they get Vandy again this year too? They beat them last
They
year.
got to play Vandy.
Two
They got to
SEC
play
teams.
Memphis too. They got a tough schedule.
Georgia so far has racked up 470 yards, Coach.
Yep.
242 through the air, 228 on the ground. Only 2 penalties for Georgia so far. I think Kirby's going to like that. 25 first downs for the Bulldogs.
Touchdown, Florida State.
Game.
They're make it 31-17.
What, 6 minutes?
7 minutes to go.
They ain't got the score up there yet.
Just happened.
Good job, Hoop. What's stats now?
That game?
Guess the lineup. Here come the Sooners. 28 more.
Castellanos, 152 passing, 68 rushing.
I know last year when he was a quarterback for Boston College early. Impressive. He actually played well against Florida State down there. Probably why they found out about him. Then he ended up getting benched at Boston College, and Florida State picked him up. And he still hadn't scored.
I think that was Usman Chroma, former commit that Georgia wanted from Leesburg. They got the touchdown just now.
You know, old Jones, Marvin Jones Jr., is at Oklahoma now after he transferred to Florida State. Now he's at Oklahoma.
They did a thing on College Game Day this morning. You know where Bear Alexander is?
Arguing.
Yeah, with Dan Lanning.
See how he does. I don't know.
A lot of people asking questions. What are your thoughts on Georgia's offensive line?
Hey,
Yeah, that's what you've seen today.
I mean, we had a couple misses pass protection, but I thought they had some pretty good point of attack runs. 5 or 6 yard runs are good, and they add the option in there. I give them at least a B+.
Super chat from Captain Guy Bob says the Fioror family is looking forward to a great 2025. Go Dogs.
Where are they located?
I know 2 of their kids came to Georgia. One of them worked for me. And then the daughter, when she was at the Red and Black, or excuse me, at the Pandora, everybody on campus was in love with her. I think we all were.
Somebody's looking for a big play. We've got some money on this.
Exactly. I've got a lot of people talking about I need this score to hold for the spread. Overwatch dog.
I mean, at this point, either way, it kind of feels like a bad beat situation
For somebody, yeah.
It's a run to the right. It's not working there, Mike.
Landon Roldan in the game, North Oconee High School. Speedster.
Gonna see the first carry from Josh McCray there, Coach.
Illinois transfer. Came in a little bit, had to get cleared because he had an illness and missed a lot of early practice. He's a big back. Got to be able to make this.
Boom. Yeah. Give him 2 of those, and we're out of here.
Yeah, Brett Bielema was not happy to lose him and tossed out some tampering complaints. And I'm thinking, what sport do you think you coach?
Didn't have any trouble last night.
Bielema's a good coach.
Yep.
I'm just saying, in terms of roster management, right, we're not in the don't tamper area anymore. All the guys that through recruiting anyway.
Coach, FSU has rushed for 214 yards on Alabama's defense. Somebody needs to block that guy. I mean, y'all can't let him do that to you. Marcus Harrison.
I'll sleep one time. I break one.
I was thinking the same thing, Roddy. Who's 76?
Marcus Harrison, the redshirt freshman. Marcus Harrison out of Buffalo, New York.
Just a 6'8" third string left tackle. Second string left tackle. I don't know what he is. He wouldn't be next up at that spot if Freeling went down. I know that.
We see Mason Short get in there, 75.
Give me 1 minute. What I think about college football today so far. Very impressed with Tennessee's quarterback. I thought he had a big game. This defense was shaky, but a little bit better team than I thought they might be.
He looked better than Nico to me.
Next O-line was not there, and really a lot of credit to Ohio State defense. They lost a lot of good players. But, people going to bag on Arch a little bit. At the same time, they had the ball in position to score and didn't. So it's still going to be a good team. Alabama right now has got to be the surprise of the day. I mean, any way you look at it, everybody got paid. I think they can win a national championship. Everybody can pick them. I think Alabama's got some good comparison situation. Everything the guy does, he gets in the car on the wrong side. Somebody's going to say Nick
didn't get on that side of the car.
Like those guys told me. Our defensive coordinator was coach at Alabama when Ray Perkins took over, and they took the kids over there to eat on an official visit. And Coach Bryant had been, the head coach, and so he'd been dead for a year and a half, and they went over there to eat breakfast. And one of the kids told Coach Bryant he wanted another steak, so he said, "Just go up there and get it." And went up there, and the lady told him he couldn't have it. And the Cons went up there and said, "Why?" I said, "Coach Bryant said you can't." He wasn't even the coach. So,
Did he say it today?
I mean, seriously, that's the things that happen. That's some of the things I had to overtake at Marshall. People were very receptive and very cooperative. But there was a lot of structure around the campus, and they would say, "Well, we've never done it like this before." I wasn't very patient. You know me. I was trying to do things maybe sometimes by protocol, but we just trying to help our players get good equipment and had great support from the quarterback club and people like John Justice and Edna and Mark Jordan. They're just terrific support. We also set up a group of ladies that called a herd sideliners, retired teachers, people, women that want to help the program, and they would volunteer time to come over and help in the office, cookies for the players on trips. And every year we'd have a big sale out in the parking lot, like a garage sale, Marshall stuff. People would donate it and we'd take it. We bought some computers one year for tutoring and things. I mean, you just can't take that stuff for granted.
Can't wait to watch. Our post game show is going to have a lot of updates from, I guarantee you, from this Clemson LSU game. Everybody's going to be watching that. I don't know if they'll be watching the post game show, Coach.
They'll be getting the end of Florida State and Alabama
Let's
first.
start.
7:30.
You got my man work on that one, and then Carnage, Tom McDonough's got Alabama. I mean, Notre Dame. He's not going to throw another one, I don't think.
Nah,
Hand off to the what's that linebacker hitting in the hole. I mean, seriously, man. 3rd and 4, you don't throw the ball there. So you want to see the second team punt.
Targeting call against Florida State. Pretty rough hit against Ryan Williams. He's down and hurt.
Hate to see Sam Horn get hurt. Quarterback from over here in Atlanta, baseball player. I thought the quarterback from Missouri looked pretty good the other night. Of course, the competition wasn't very good. Missouri won like 61-0.
oh, the punt.
We were talking about different players at Marshall and fans relate to this kid we had named Johnny McKee. We talked about the bus, too hot. One of the things as a coach the night before a game, you really don't want to know what's happened if something bad happened. Because if you did, you had to tell them. You probably wouldn't be able to play the next day, you know what I mean? So Johnny didn't show up for a team meeting. So I told Suffolk, my line coach, go see what's going on. Because but if you find out something bad, just act like you couldn't find me. And
I don't want to hear about it.
I'd like to hear about it after the game. Playing a playoff game today, and Johnny was real nervous, and he had a girlfriend and a little baby, and he had him a garage apartment over at the grocery store over there on the campus. Johnny had gone down there and told the guy he wanted to get a couple 6-packs of beer, and because he was nervous, so he started drinking something about 5 o'clock. Told his wife, his girlfriend, he didn't feel like he should go to the meeting, so he was just sitting up on the couch. There was a cup of cold and himself on the coach. I just didn't want to show up with beer on my beer.
Want to get some Tic Tac.
So Sefo told me after the game, I said, well, I'm glad you didn't tell me. I would have had to do something on that. But normally we would do something about that. John.
That'll be the last play of the game.
Zion Branch.
All right, good luck to the herd. Appreciate everybody following us. And seems like maybe Juan Gaston might be the only injury. Hopefully not too much. Good job by you guys having it organized and everything. Hope we can keep it up.
Folks, we'll be back next week at 3:30 for the Austin P game. We'll have Coach here again. Go ahead and be sure. I think we're like 8 followers away from hitting 52,000 on that YouTube channel.
Well, you hit 52. Let's go to 53.
Well, I'm just saying we were a few away, so I want to be sure we get that because we'd like to get to. Well, the goal is to get to 100,000. So if you're not a follower of the YouTube channel, please hit subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Hit subscribe. That way, a lot easier for you to find our shows when they're on. We had somebody on Twitter going, "What? Is there not a show?" Well, obviously they weren't subscribed. So hit the subscribe button. It will mean a lot to us.
Yeah, that'd be good.
You want to let us take us out?
All right. Say goodnight, Gracie.
And I agree.